Hello YouTube, my name is Jack, welcome back to My Wargaming and another game today between Daemons yet again and another tall guy. Hello.
Second one on, hey.
Why are you so tall?
You just got tall friends.
I do. Good to see you.
Ironically, I'm playing the short people, but you know.
That's true. Oh, right. Hence the comment. Thank you too, Bouncer. Long live the short kings. That makes so much sense now. I was thinking, how does he know? How does he know
that you're a short king?
I'm so short and you're so tall.
Don't know if it was referring to you, but yeah. If that helps you, we can say that that's the case.
Yeah,
you can be the short king.
I'm not normally the short guy in the room. I'm like 6 foot tall, but apparently everyone that I seem to get on lately is quite tall. So
you've got a stool, don't you?
Yeah, I have. I've come prepared. I have this from when Josh was here, but I'm not that short, right? Yeah.
And I can be the short person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, this is your first stream, Sean. Everyone, give a warm welcome to Sean.
Hey guys.
I'm very excited about this game because I've been trying to get you on for some time, I think.
Yeah, I've been giving you as many excuses as I possibly could. I've run out.
Yeah.
Hence,
perfect.
I'm
here. No, really good player, beautiful painter as well.
Thank you.
And yeah, very competitive in the local scene. I think we've had many bouts at competitive events.
Yeah, we've had a couple. Yeah. I think you've gotten all of them, haven't you?
No way, there's no chance. I think you've beaten me at least once or twice. I think you beat me at your place, actually, in a league game when you were playing
that
Wolves.
makes sense. If it's at my house, I've rigged everything. The dice, the situation.
Yeah,
your
it's on home turf, right?
Your tape measure was actually like, a fraction of an inch short.
Right, yeah. Well, not saying that that's the same today, but chat does think that all my dice are cheatsy dice, so look out for that,
Is that the red or the green of the cheatsy
The green
dice?
one are the cheatsy dice, yeah.
So I'll roll your dice as much as I can. How are you also, I'm, and there's probably people out there that are very much thematic with their dice. So I've got a different dice color for every army, right? So my Votann are pink dice because of the pink touches in there.
Yep.
How are you not using the green dice today?
So normally I use the red dice because they relate to my Khorne stuff and my Eldar.
Okay.
But there's a little arrow here that signifies my turn, red dice, your turn, green dice.
Yep.
But we can swap them if you want to. You have the choice. I can do green today, and you can do red.
I mean, if I'm using the green, well, I could support your cheating accusations of red dice, right?
Everyone who comes here, they're always like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to swap the dice because the red ones are cheatsy doodling dice," and then you swap them over. And then you find out that it's not the dice, it's actually this side of the tray. This is cursed.
Oh, okay.
This side is fine, the other side's cursed.
Yeah. What about the middle?
I'm
just going to roll all my dice in the middle. Just solve it. And then get an even balance of good luck and bad luck.
Yeah, okay, nice. Well, anyway, before we get on to all that stuff, tell the people, how long have you been playing? Why do you paint so good? How'd you get into 40K? Why is Votann your thing?
There was many questions in there. So let's start at the beginning. It was like 10 years old, like year 6, year 7. It was my older sister who bought a 2nd edition starter box set and got us in. And she was always the Space Marines and we were always the Orcs and lost every single time in a wonderfully demoralizing way as back when it was broken.
Yeah.
Then Eldar were my first army that I went into.
No way.
Yeah. And I've been meaning, I actually don't have an Eldar army, but I've been meaning to always go back there. I just haven't.
Yeah.
Then I fell out of the hobby when, you discover girls and everything else and drinking.
I didn't have that. I just kind of kept going.
Yeah, you push through.
It's like,
I don't really know the reason why it dropped off. It just sort of did. There was no particular reason.
A money thing as well, right?
Probably,
it's
definitely
so
that as well, yeah. And then it would have been, I'm going to go like 5-6 years ago, the same elder sibling bought me a Kill Team box set. And that was the gateway drug to bring me back into it.
Yeah.
And I've been here ever since. In terms of painting, ironically, I hated painting as a kid.
Really?
Absolutely hated it. And it was purely, I only did it so that way I had a fully painted army just out of a pride thing.
Yeah.
Because I was actually quite competitive. I love the strategy of this game and I'm very competitive in that mindset.
Yeah.
But as an adult, I find it the most relaxing, therapeutic.
Oh, you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, excuse me, I love it. I absolutely love painting now.
Okay.
Just not enough time to do it.
When you were younger, did you hate the process of painting but love the feeling of having the models completed? As in, like, you hated the process of doing it, but when they were done and they're all on the table, you were like, yes, this feels good.
Definitely that. I think the biggest thing for me was the I knew where I wanted to get my model to be painted-wise.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the skills to get there.
Right.
Thankfully, so again, the same sibling, she is a phenomenal painter. She has
Really?
won a silver golden demon back when
No
games day used to
way.
be here in the country. So we're going back
What?
years and years ago. So you've still got it in the States. We don't have it here anymore in Australia. I don't even know when it was that it was last here. But yeah, single miniature entry, second place. So she's got her golden demon trophy.
Okay.
So she's quite good. And
Yeah.
she's been continuing ever since, so she's only gotten better and better. Nice. So it's wonderful to have someone to go have that chat with in terms of, this is what I want to do, how do I do it?
Yeah.
And then my brain goes, cool, that's how I do it. Now how do I do that in a faster process so I can complete a whole army in a short amount of time rather than spending 3 years doing the whole army, right?
I struggle with that a lot, I think. I think like I've been painting for like 15 years and my painting is not bad.
Yeah.
I think I'm an okay painter, but I don't know any of the techniques to speed it up, you know? I'll sit there and just like layer for like hours and hours and hours and it'll look nice, but then at the end it's like I could have just sprayed it and then washed it and then like done this weird technique and it would have been the same.
Yeah. There's something to be said in terms of like going on YouTube and looking at different videos and other people out there, and you'll find people that the editing process you love and find really, really useful versus people that it's like, that's not quite what I'm after.
Yeah.
But even a short period of time in the 4 years or whatever that I've been doing it, I've still got my very first witch model, and comparatively, it's
so
not
much
very
better.
good.
Right.
Like right now, I'm at a much better place. And even other parts of my army, even when I was doing this Votann from start to finish, I found shortcuts through the process to speed the whole thing up and still keep that quality there.
Yep.
So it's about increasing the speed because your time's important, but now trying to do it without compromising too much.
Yep. I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat. It's like when you're younger, who cares about the time? Just get it painted. Now that you're older, it's like, okay, well, I've got like, half an hour that I can paint today. And then you just got to rush through it. I was rebasing like 60 aspect warriors the other day and an autarch. And I was looking at the autarch that I painted from like 10 years ago. Yeah. And I was like, this is a good paint job. Wait a minute. Hold on. This thing is disgusting.
Yep.
I could repaint this so much better now. So anyway,
yeah,
good to see so many of you here this morning in chat. If you are unaware, we do a game every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. This morning is Spicy Saturday. So we've got, the most competitive player in the community that I could find. No. We're here for a nice chill game. It's not often that we actually get a competitive game with Votann, which is really cool. So if you're interested in all the Votann shenanigans, we've got a pro in here this morning. Good to see everyone here. Hello to everyone. Hi Louis, hi Frostrand, hi Lewis, hi Proton. Good to see you all. Remember, if you're watching along today and you enjoy everything that we do here, like and subscribe, please do so. I mean, it's free. You can always unsubscribe later, and it really does help us out a lot. We've also got a Discord that's free to join down below. If you want to join our community, that's entirely free. So join in, help us out where you can. Just liking the videos shares them a lot, so that's amazing. And don't forget, we have lots and lots of stuff that can help you out. Like we have coaching services. For 50 Australian bucks, you can get an hour of coaching here, plus you get the guide and a supporter chat with all my community, and access to a TTS event, which runs monthly.
50 Australian, what's that, like $2 American dollars?
Cheap. So if you want some coaching, guide, all that stuff, you can get it all on our Patreon. These are the details for the TTS event as well, if you want to go check that out. And then on top of that, we also have R&R Hobbies for an additional 5% off all our stuff over there. So if you go and use code Barnyard, you actually get an extra 5% off all your stuff over there. So if you live in the OCE region, you basically can get up to 26% off on some deals over there. That goes for you as well if you want 26% off.
I love that.
There you go. It's like the cheapest in the Sydney region, so it's pretty good. So definitely go check out R&R. And then we also have a website. It has our PO box and all the other things on it as well, including our commission painting services as well. So if you want anything commission painted, the other day Adela won her fourth.
Best painted.
Yeah, fourth award. So good on her. She's been painting like a madwoman. And a few of these things here today for me are painted by her. In fact, I think a lot of it is painted by Adela. She loves her Nurgle Daemons and Zench Daemons. So If you're interested in getting anything painted, definitely go check that out. With that said, also go check out Deploy Mats. They do have lovely battle mats. They're double-sided. They got the deployment zone lines and the objective markers on them. And if you want the terrain from today, the terrain is from Snot Goblin. The multi-part plastic kits you can put together. It's all like puzzles and Legos and stuff, and they make the terrain however you want. I've made mine into our WTC terrain set, so this is a table and a half worth, and I still have 2 extra small ruins beneath the table as well. So there's a fair amount. Also, I forgot to mention to you, these are the crates. So those 2 things are like the crates. That's why they don't have a base plate.
Yeah, so it's WTC crates. So
exactly.
There's no driving over those.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
With that said, we're basically ready to get into the shots of the models. Lucky Lizard Studio says, I managed to get a golden demon pin in 93. I still pinch myself to this day.
Well done.
Damn, you are old.
I do wish... I love that that's your takeaway. My takeaway is that is amazing achievement.
You know, it is really incredible. I'm jealous, honestly. I wish I had a golden demon pin. That's sick.
That's why I wish they just brought it back. It doesn't have to be every year, just every couple of years or something to that effect, just to give us something,
Well, you know, there needs to be more stuff down here in Australia because everything is over in the US. But I've been actually talking to Alex about events a lot. And I kind of have this idea, it's a bit of a pipe dream at the moment, but to maybe do our own LVO, but in Sydney, in the Opera House.
In the Opera House?
In the Opera House. They have a plenty big enough space. You can have markets and stalls and shows and everything in there, and a full event.
That's pretty cool.
And you can get everyone from the world.
It's iconic. Everyone wants to come, right?
I mean, you'd be playing in the back of the Opera House, looking at the harbour bridge and all the boats in the harbour, literally playing Warhammer. It'd be like top tier Warhammer, the best you can get. So I reckon that's like the pipe dream for the future.
Well, the selling point is for that way. If you've got, family and kids, etc., it's like, let's go to Sydney. I want to go, tour the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, all those things. So I'm just going to duck out for the day, or 2 or 3, depending upon the event.
Absolutely. All right. So, do you want to see your Votann? I say your Votann. It's Neil's shots, but yours are white, very iconic. But do you want to see your Votann list?
What am I running today? Let's find out.
Fair. Very good. What have you done?
Some of you may recognise that this is Tim Schneider's list. The old copy-paste job.
Right.
It's research, if I'm perfectly honest. It's not normally what we have run here in Australia. The meta is very different to what's happening over there, and I understand that he's obviously been running this for teams. So we wanted to give it a go, see what the secret sauce is. It's interesting.
Yep.
It's very aggressive. It's far more aggressive than what I'm used to. So it's outside my comfort zone. I'm used to, especially with the Votann, very a defensive player, because my job, especially in teams, is to go get the 10s and to stop the big scary guys from getting their 20-0s and just bring everybody down to a 10. If I'm honest, I'm not a fan of it. This is not a dig at Snyder or anything like that. It's just my style of play.
Yeah.
My goal actually for this year is to learn to be a more aggressive player.
Okay.
Because back in ninth with my Drukhari, I was very aggressive with my Drukhari, and that was wonderful. At the time, I was too inexperienced to know that was an aggressive style of play. That was just what I did.
Yeah.
Learning more about the game and going into the competitive side, I'm like, okay, cool. I've learned to be a bit more, especially with Votann, a bit more defensive, play more reactively. And whilst that's fantastic, I want to learn. And every year I want to try and learn something new. So this year, the learning new goal is to be aggressive. So it'll be Space Wolves.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Going down the Wolfie Woo approach, apparently.
Yeah, we've got a guy, local meta, Woody, who's been doing really, really well with these Space Wolves.
Yeah.
So I've been chatting to him, and that's the goal. Nice. That's where we're going. Because it's one of my other armies, so yeah.
That is really interesting. Okay. I was playing Zench Daemons the other day, and people seem, like around the internet, they seem to be doing well with Zench Daemons. But I just think that they are terrible. Yeah. Like they are way overcosted and they don't deal any damage. But maybe it's like a playstyle thing.
I think 100%. I think whilst there are some brilliant players out there doing really well with good lists, it's because they're just really good players and they're utilizing every aspect of that list. So when you try and copy paste something across to you, a lot of the time it's got to fit your play style, right? So if you're not a naturally aggressive player, you'll find that this can be quite a challenging list to play and pilot successfully. I've had, levels of success, but every time it still feels very much out of my comfort zone, which, isn't a bad thing, but it's when you're writing your list, play with what you feel comfortable and what you like, not necessarily what you've been told is meant to be good, right?
Yeah, 100%. I never actually recommend anyone actually looks any lists up online. Mainly because if you copy someone else's list from online, you don't actually learn all the intricacies of it. And then if you don't know like all the details, then it's kind of like, well, there's no point in you running that list. If you design your own list and you like make it yourself, then you know all the moving parts. And I just think that you'll play it better. Whether their list is better than yours or not, you're going to play better and get better wins by designing your own list anyway and just learning it from the ground up. So I actually never look anything up online. I just play it, then lose, and then lose again, and then lose again. But by the fourth time, it's kind of ingrained in here what I actually have to do, and then I win.
Learn by doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So but it to each their own. But that's cool.
One thing I will add to that, because we're talking about how to improve and things like that. The biggest thing for me is back in the day, I used to chop and change every time I went to a different tournament. List. Right, it was, and it wasn't just this, I wouldn't change the list.
Army.
I'd change the army, right? Change the army, the detachment, the list, I'm going to do this, because I just love trying new things. But what I found, I spent too long learning the army rather than learning the game. If you get a list, stick with that, get your 20, 30 reps with it. Your brain capacity switches from what my list can do to what my opponent can do and what is the game state and how to get better at the game state rather than, what are my sheets again, kind of deal. And if you do change things, change small things.
Your army becomes muscle memory.
That's what I love about Votann. There's not many data sheets to learn, right?
You say that now, but there might be more soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
So you never know. Very, very cool. With that said, let's take a look at my Nurgle. Yeah, very good. Lots and lots of wounds at a very high toughness.
Yeah. So many feel no pains.
Well, it's only on the big boys, but yes. This army absolutely hates +1 to wound and lethal hits. Those are the two things this army hates. If you don't have either of those, you basically lose. Because I just have, because I just got...
Only on certain people, or if you kill enough of my stuff. So, you know.
Exactly. I just have a lot of like really, really tanky stuff. This is the first game I've actually played since the data slate changes, and there has been a lot of data slate changes. Great and Clemon became very different. Rodriguez got some extra damage. The Beasts of Nurgle are vastly different as well. And Plague Bearers even, they didn't get changed, but they play differently now because they used to have Feel No Pains from Great and Clemon. Now they don't, but they're actually T6, so it's a bit of a different game. So I'm keen to try it out. I'm running pure Nurgle this morning, no Flesh Hounds. I also don't have any drones for rerolling wounds. I just decided I'd see how I go without them. So it's a bit of a test build, and in fact, it's actually a copy-paste from one of those insane players on the internet, Jack, that guy from Binary Wargaming. So I'm just copying his list and figure I would play it and test it out. But yeah, in all seriousness, I've got an extra Great and Clean one, so I figured I'd try and slot him in. Everything did kind of go up in price just a little bit. Nurglings went down a little bit to offset that. So the list is slightly more expensive than what it was. But that being said, it's 62 wounds at toughness 13, and then another 28 wounds at T12, and then another 28 wounds at T10, which I can revive. Everything heals D3 as well if I pass Battle Shock.
I don't want to.
Yeah, then there's another 40-something wounds at T6 plus all the characters as well. So it's just a lot. It's a lot of wounds. And all I have to do is basically to sit on the points. This is the teams list, right?
You've made a Custodes Nurgle,
yeah.
Right? How well can you roll 4s?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I roll 4s really well, I just win. If I don't, it is what it is. So it's nice. Sheep says, hi Sheep, I wouldn't copy Jack from Barnyard. He's a mid player at best. Oh, my
Slings
soul.
have been slung. I love it.
Yeah, fair, yeah. United Wargamer says, crazy, a live Barnyard game while I'm awake? What world is this even? Yeah, well, normally we do a game every Saturday, but I've just been busy a lot recently because I have to cancel these streams to go to an event. So, if there's a tournament on, unfortunately, I just can't do this time.
The tournament scene here has grown phenomenally.
Oh, yeah. There are events like every weekend.
Every month.
Yeah, there's an event going on today, literally.
There is too, RTT, yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, and I will be going to one next week on Saturday as well. But unfortunately, it's just really hard to find people that are not working to do a game at 8 a.m. in the morning, which is the American time zone, right?
Yeah.
So usually
I'm a morning person, so it's okay. Yeah.
Well, it's a Saturday, so luckily we have actually Kirby coming in next Tuesday morning as well. So we're gonna have another game at this time for you next Tuesday, which is great. With cheap dice, says Steiner. Yes, of course. Steiner is right. Lists don't matter, just the dice. Exactly. If I just roll nothing but 4s today, I will win. That's the game plan, so we'll see how it goes.
It's kind of like my game plan of just rolling 6s and I win. But your game plan is easy
to achieve.
Better, right? A little bit better to achieve than mine, yeah.
Okay, with that said, we can move on to the missions and stuff as well. The mission that we are playing today is going to be one from the upcoming event for me next week called Clash. So it's WTC terrain, but we're playing like the singles kind of event, so we're not looking for a differential, we're just looking to score. And the mission today is going to be one of GW's missions. So I think it's like K is the letter, which is Scorched Earth, so hold 1, hold 2, and then you can also burn objectives in No Man's Land and whatnot to do extra stuff. Which is good. Going second is always a bit of an advantage here because you can get to your opponent's zone and then do a lot of burning there for 10 points, which is great right at the end of the game. But I don't know if that'll happen today. And then on top of that, we also have Stalwarts as the special mission rule. So Battle Line can shoot and do an action or do an action in melee. For me, that'll just be my Plague Bearers, but for you, that's also your
my little warriors running around. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Now, with the updates for your Votann, did you get an extra 2 things to mark, or is it still only 4 things?
So, excuse me. So they did change it, and they changed it to make the new detachment work, let's be honest.
I see.
So in this detachment, I still get to do 4. I do 2 for the army rule, and then an additional 2 for the detachment. And this detachment gives me still the bonus CP.
Right.
But the other detachment then is allowed to put on 2 to start with. So that's the big change there. It makes it function as an army. Rumours are they're completely reworking the whole judgment token things.
Yep.
Because it doesn't quite interact with the game very well.
Yeah. The marking stuff at the beginning of the game is also a little bit feels bad because it means that people who want to infiltrate something small, like Nurglings,
Gives away free CP.
it just gives them CP.
Yeah.
Which is kind of not really what, Votann are about. They have to kill things that kill them, not also just be like, nah, that thing dead.
Picking on the little guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. That's mean. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got feelings on that, but that can take a long time.
Okay, cool. You can do that during my movement.
Yeah, I'll rant then. Yeah,
Perfect.
We've got time to fill.
Yeah, all right. In between that, we are also playing Deployment Zone Search and Destroy. So this is the corner one. I'm on the bottom of the camera there, chat, and Sean is on the top side. So yeah, I in reserve have a unit of Plague Bearers with a Bile Piper attached with my enhancement for Canker Blight. And then I also have the Poxbringer and also Rotigus in Deep Strike. And then in terms of my stuff on the board, I have Nurglings down here mainly just to stop scout moves and be annoying. And then I've got 2 Beasts, Soul Grinders, Plague Bearers, the 2 Great and Clean ones right here, both my enhancements, Beasts, and a unit of 6 Nurglings over there. And I've got a Poxbringer here just in the middle to do some actions and whatnot if I go first. And then on top of that, what you have marked is both Plague Bearer units, and then the unit 6 Nurglings, and what was the last one?
Soul Grinder, the one on your home point.
The Soul Grinder back here, very good. Okay.
Man, I think that's a wrong choice, but I don't mind. I'm okay with wrong choices.
Okay, all right. Yeah, well, I'm still scared to bring him out to actually do anything, so we'll see.
That's
I don't know. Yeah, and then as for you...
My deployment?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got Jaegers in the middle. Here, again, actions, first turn, things like that. Just screening, blocking, just big, massive chunk of guys that are probably going to run through the middle. 2 land force here. I do have little people running around, so that way they are going to be next to the vehicles, so that way it's clear for everybody where they are. So I've got the champion berserkers in here, another 10 berserkers here. Warrior squad that have been split, and the one that'll make my home sticky.
Nice.
And then my 2 bike squads here, because they can uppy, downy. I got potential for this one to move around if I need it to. This one typically is going to stay here and chill, offer some screening services.
Very good.
Yeah. Everybody's on the table, nobody is in reserves, because I've got uppy, downy, there's no need.
Easy. I do not have any uppy downy, so I will be relying on Deep Strike, I hope.
Deep Strike, cool.
But just also to let you know is that because my Great and Clean ones are on 130mm bases, they actually can't fit through this gap, or here, or that gap.
So if I don't come onto your half of the board, you don't get to play with your toys.
But I can move through walls.
That's true.
And I can, I can't uppy downy, but I can move through walls here, and I can do both of them moving through walls in the same turn, because I can do 1 in the movement, and I can do 1 in charge.
1 in charge phase.
So
Does it move through enemy models, or is it just the wall?
Just the wall.
So I can still move block on the other side of the wall. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, so that would suck.
Good to know.
But yes, I do have the option to go there. I just, it's a bit more difficult. So yeah, I'm slow, I'm fat, and I'm ready to roll 4-ups. With that said, I am playing tactically. Would you like to play tactically or
I'd
fixed?
love to play tactically.
I do give up the max for fixed.
It's bait. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
Especially when your opponent says
Fair
stuff like that.
And
you
then last
sure? I
maniacally,
do this.
I
It's
do
like...
give it up,
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. I
mean, in theory you do, but I don't think any army is capable of dealing with 2 Great Unclean ones, Rodicus.
The problem is with like Assassinate and Bring It Down, because Great and Clean ones are 20 wounds, they actually give up 10 points. Because it's 4 for Assassinate, 6 for Bring It Down. So if you kill the 3 Great and Clean ones, that's already like 30 points that I just can't stop.
But that means I'll go on your side of the table too, which I don't want to do.
Correct, yeah. 100%. You have to come to me. Josh is here. Good to see you. Sean is wearing camo.
It's my strategy.
Blended to the wall, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Is it Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah.
Is it Kronk?
Yeah.
And hides in the wall.
Nice. All right. Cool. With that, we're ready for a roll-off. Do you think you want to go first or second?
Second.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I also want to go second. I have the red dice. You sure you don't want to swap dice?
Well, this is meant to be the bad dice, right?
Yes.
So let's find out. Yes.
1! No!
See? Already examples of the rig factor coming into play.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, sir. Okay, but we're not swapping dice anymore. You've made your choice.
You scout? Do you have any scouts?
I do have scouts.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
let
I
you
have the
scout,
2
and
beast
then I'll
units. Very good.
Scout away.
Yeah, cool. I'm just going to scout my beasts basically up over here, just so that they are close to the objective, so I can do some stuff later.
Cool.
And then I'm going to scout my other beasts over here, just along this wall, probably. I don't really want to be shot by everything over there, but if I scout here, 9 away
It's
from
not shooting, it's just hugs. Hugs with bullets.
Hugs with bullets. Yeah, well, I don't like hugs with bullets or hugs with power fists or whatever they call them, the concussion gauntlets. They're both scary. So that's
Yeah, the hammers.
hammers. That's the one. Concussion balls.
Concussion balls? I think they're called concussion balls, yeah. Your scout's done good, sir?
I'm done. All you.
We're just going to do some shuffle slide forward.
Frostren says, I've been having a really fun time with Zench and Khorne with Demonic Incursion. I know that that's what you've played a lot before the data slate changes. I love the new Scarbrand though. Yeah, dude. The new Scarbrand, honestly, I still think he's a little bit expensive because he basically gets 1 activation and then dies in the next turn, unless your opponent is silly enough to allow you to continue playing the game after you've already hit something. Yeah. He's pretty good for 305 points. I rate Scarbrand a lot. So yeah, keen to see it. Okay, so me first.
All right.
Let's do it. I'm gonna draw some cards. And if I guess what they are, then chat has to gift memberships, right chat? Today is the day for memberships. Let's have a goal of 50 set in the chat and see if we can reach that today. That'd be awesome.
Guess for you, assassinate and behind enemy lines.
Okay, that would be terrible. I'm
I know.
gonna guess containment and I don't know, something like extend.
Air of denial.
Containment extend?
Containment extend?
Containment? Yeah, dude. All right. And secure.
Okay.
Not bad. I can do that. I'll have to sacrifice some stuff, but I can do it. Okay. Secure no man's land, just hold 2 points in no man's land, and containment. Very, very, very possible. Annoyingly, I'll probably have to do it with the Soul Grinder though, which is kind of a pain, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, and then, yeah, and these, do they didn't want a scout move? I mean, they can't end within
I can't
line,
move forward.
but you can maybe switch
if you would like to charge them, you're welcome to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why do you invite me over there so willingly?
I'm not worried.
That's kind of scary, okay.
I can fall back, shoot and charge. I mean, I'm not going to spend it on Nurglings.
Fair, all right. All right, let's see how we go. And the other one I had was containment. Let's do it. I deep strike him with bloodletters, super devastating every single time. Yeah, they're really, really efficient. 6-inch deep strike with Scarbrand, and then a 5-inch deep strike essentially with bloodletters with Skull Taker. It's pretty gross.
Nobody wants that.
The problem is that when you get to those high top tables, your opponent will be like, here's 10 infiltrators. And then what? You can't do anything. Or like today, he would just get all of his stuff out of his cars and then just put a car on the front line. And then I can't do anything because just charging cars for like 4 turns and while he's shooting me with his whole army. So it doesn't work.
I don't like running a whole lot of deep strikes, if any, because often a good opponent will be able to just deny any proper usage of them, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move those just over there.
Lovely.
We are going to move this Poxbringer over to this point right here, so I can sit on there. We are going to move these beasts over to this point, just to sit here.
Beautiful.
Nice. And like this, we'll probably just go. In fact,
It just says I'd drop a gift membership if I could, but I think I know my house's machine spirit. Does that mean the internet's playing up? We're having, or is there, I don't know, bank issues? Are the bank's closed on a Saturday? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now the real question is, do I want to move this Great Unclean one onto this objective? It might stop you from stealing it, but I don't think you're going to steal it in the next turn.
Oh, he's followed up with more information. He said this year alone we had a water leak, then the dryer died, then the fridge died, but then a different water leak, and then 3 weeks later that same leak again.
Right.
Yeah, that's rough. That's especially the fridge dying. Like the dryer dying, okay, you can sort of manage that and deal with that in time, but the fridge is the worst because all the food, right? If you like, especially if it's like my fridge, it's stocked of food. I don't think I can fit any more food in there because there's so much in there.
You don't love me?
What?
What? Anyway, sorry, continue.
Oh, is this because you're not getting the membership?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, I hear you. I understand. Honestly, times are tough for pretty much everyone at the moment. I think that there's a lot of financial crises going on. The eggs in America, so I've been told, are pretty expensive.
As in the Easter or the chocolate?
The normal eggs. They have an egg crisis going on. For like a dozen eggs, it's like $30.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. It's crazy expensive. So yeah. This is now going to be sticky
worth
for
more
me.
than your dollar, right? Trading eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I'll buy these models for 4 eggs.
How much is it? Our American viewers who are watching right now, how much is it to buy some eggs at your local store? Let us know. Okay, I think probably what we'll do is these are now sticky.
Ooh, he's throwing more shade at your picture. You play Demons. Why would anyone love you?
Hey, thanks, Louis. Yeah. Nah, Louis has a fair bit of banter. He's an English teacher, so
Love it.
you know, thinks he's all good and stuff, but you know.
Oh, he's a regular?
Yeah, he's a regular.
It's fantastic. Someone's got to keep you in check, right? Keep you humble. Is that it?
Yeah. That's it. Okay. I think
But I agree with you in terms of Demons, and you know, no one loves him because he plays Demons.
Hey, Daemons are so loved right now. Everyone's playing Daemons. They're such a cool army, right? Very unique.
They are. I'll actually pay that.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've done all my moves. I have no
Done
deep
it all?
strikes or anything
Lovely.
yet. I'm going to do my secure by holding the middle point with the Poxspringer, and then these guys are going to sit over here.
Beautiful.
And then containment is going to be 2 beasts that is chilling behind that wall just within 9. And then this Soul Grinder, annoyingly, is going to have to be the one that does it over here.
Cool.
But that's okay. I've got both my beasts on this point too.
Lovely.
I have stickied my home objective with the Plague Bearers, and then I moved off of it with the Epidemius' unit, just in case they come and try and attack me, to be annoying. And in fact, you know what I might do is just put this guy just a little bit further over, mainly to give them +1 AP and toughness, just in case they come and try and fight me, which would be good. But they are hidden behind this wall as much as possible.
Yep.
Soul Grinder's hidden behind the wall as well. And I have 1 indirect gun to fire, which is the Soul Grinder. This Soul Grinder's doing an action, and we're just gonna, try and shoot something. I guess, what is the scariest thing that in your army that I can shoot? I'm only range 36.
That Jaeger warrior right there.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know. He's got a shotgun.
That's not within range of either of the bike units. Very well placed, sir. So
That was very much deliberate. Not
yeah,
at all.
I think I actually have to shoot the Jaegers. So I will. D6 shots +1 and blast. So D6 +3. So
That's 2 6s in a row, chat, that we're keeping score.
Okay.
He's rolled 2 dice so far, both
actually,
the 6s.
it was 3. They got a 6-inch advance. I don't know how that happened. Andrew
Hey,
Stone.
Andrew.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
5
man.
memberships. Nice. We're on 5. Someone keep a tally. Very good. Let's do it. You gifted 5 for day 1. Excellent. Another regular. Cool stuff. Okay, so hitting on 4s indirect, but lethal hits as well because Nurgle. Okay. All right, and then these are strength 7. So 3s. That will be 5, please. These are AP 2
AP 2.
because of the extra AP from the.
Going to be
Franklin.
6s because we have a 5-up base.
You do get cover as well.
5-up base. So it puts us to 6s, yeah? So 4 of them are dead.
Nice. That is my whole turn. I will steal away those 11 points. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good start.
And then be happy with that. That was a great turn. I didn't even have to burn any CP for that, so I'm going to go up to 2. You're going to go up to 2, and I'll flip the arrow. Look at that. It was on me the whole time. There you go. Back to you. Kim and I says, did Jack get a haircut? Yep. Adela's handiwork. Do you like it? It's a bit short, but it's nice.
Go stand close to the camera so they can see the video, like right in front. Get that mug in there. Be prepared, chat. Full mug view coming in.
Hello.
Slightly out
like
of focus, but that's okay. Yep, rotate.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good.
All right, so we've got to predict, right, for free, for
Yes.
gift subs.
For gift subs.
What do I want?
Oh, and I do apologize. Hold on, before you draw anything, let's do my one charge that I wanted to do onto your thing.
He's cheating already.
It wasn't a take back, nothing else happened. Bloop, bloop. And I'm not going to bother attacking you because I'm not going to do anything.
I might, because it might. Well, how many wounds are each model now?
4. But you should definitely do it. I only have a 6 up save.
Let's get you. And I'll roll them both at the same time. It's really not going to matter, right?
Yeah, it does not matter.
So 4s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
T3 or 2?
T3.
T3.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 still. 2.
6s. Nope.
Yeah, take 2 wounds.
So 1 is down to 2.
For your...
Yeah. Basically, I just wanted to hem him into his zone even more, chat. So I had 3 Nurglings just charge these 2 Saggies so that they can't move anywhere.
Yep, cool.
All right, good.
So I probably want like Air of Denial and Secure or something to that effect, right?
Yeah.
Something.
If you get like Storm or Overwhelming, I've got the little dude in the middle as well. So.
Engage on all fronts.
Nice. It's doable.
It's doable. It's
Yeah,
doable.
pretty
And then
doable.
Secure No Means.
Okay.
Cool.
Not bad at all. It's very doable.
All right. So throw a unit of lads over that way and
Oh, true.
go on to those 2 points.
Yeah, thank you, Kimonized. Did you remember the -1 to hit on his vehicle? No, that's because I
I
forgot.
did not.
These, they changed from an aura of 6 inches, -1 to hit, except monsters and vehicles. Now it's only in the combat that they're in, but they affect everything that's not Titanic. So if you try and come and punch them in melee,
Hitting
they're
you on
-1 to hit.
fires. Lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty good.
So I'm going to put my judgment token on this. It's one of my enhancements that let me pick an objective that you control.
Yes.
And everybody on that objective counts as having +1 judgment. It's a wonderful enhancement to get. It really helps the army work. Without it, you're going to struggle. So little Poxbringer, what is he?
He is a Poxbringer.
He is a I got that right.
You
Hey,
did.
look at me doing things.
Bang on. He is T5, 5 up Invon, 5 up Feel No Pain. 5 wounds, 55 points.
That's ridiculous. That is fantastic. Yeah,
He moves 10, he causes battle shock at -1. Oh, and I do apologize as well. The last thing that we need to do, after you draw cards, but before you redraw potentially, is I pick a unit within shadow. Anything within 9 inches of Nurgle is within shadow.
Or anything battle shocks.
Anything within no man's land, because I now hold these 2 points, I can choose.
Yep.
So I'll probably just pick the Jaegers because they're already damaged, and they're probably going to be the thing that run forward anyway. So take a battle shock at -2.
-2.
Because you're within 6 of my Poxbringer, probably.
So leadership 7, so it goes to 9. You monster.
Yes.
I got an 8.
Haha! That means that they are battle shocked and
How many
they
die?
take 3 mortal wounds.
So 3 of them are dead.
Yeah!
Okay.
I'm just remembering now I have to how this army actually plays.
You remembered your rules.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you play like 4 games a week or something and every single one is with a different army, essentially. Even if I'm playing Daemons again, it's like Incursion and then Zench and then Nurgle. It's kind of like,
Yep.
That's what we were talking about earlier with the play one army repeatedly before you forget all your rules, and I've been forgetting everything.
I'm going to grab these guys. I'm going to grab these little warriors out here, and we're going to throw these lads over that way.
Nice.
For engage.
Yep.
So we're running around you. We don't need to go too far. It will just get us around here.
100%.
Trying to get in here with my long arms, not hitting signs and things like that. Let's put the guys at the top.
Yeah. Look, have you noticed that the table's a bit taller than normal as well? The
I haven't, no.
table itself.
Did you put it up?
Well, I haven't since last time, but I mean in general, like when you play at a tournament, the table's always on like trestle tables that are like
for my
really
back,
low.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, it's a tall table. If you come here and you're not a tall person, it sucks because reaching the middle of the board, especially on a map like this, is impossible. But yeah, for tall people, it's a haven because you can still see everything, but it doesn't hurt your back. So it's good.
So we're just going to fall back here with both statues. We've thrown the dudes around, so that'll be engaged in that corner. We're going to yeet these 2 guys flying forward. Actually, they're battle shocked, so in terms of behind, it's not behind, engage. That'll mean nothing. So they'll just loiter around and be annoying for potential uses later. Put the statue in the middle so we can shoot and also just get that point because you're only one.
I am only OC1. But remember, I could just battle shock you in the next turn. Not that it will matter because I'm going to be holding these two. So, and I can only hold one, hold two. But because I caused battle shocks at the beginning of my turn as well, for something like area denial or something like that, I don't know if it makes a difference. Cleanse maybe. I could just battle shock this thing after I've drawn my cards.
Yeah, so I learned a long time ago, well not a long time ago, it's been reminded to me recently when playing Ynnari, and if anyone's played Ynnari, you get where I'm going with this, in terms of when your opponent throws all that at you,
don't worry about it.
You go, cool, forget and play your game.
Yeah.
There's very few occasions where you'll be able to counter it effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most people, you're right, 100%. Most people who play a lot of competitive games, it's nice and it's like courteous to say what your army does, but a lot of it is just threat.
Yeah.
Like, I could do this, but I'm not going to.
It's
I
also
do have Overwatch, but I'm not going to.
Especially if you're at a tournament when you're playing, 5 or more games and the mental load is just, you're done. But also, interestingly, like the WTC player code of conduct talks about bringing up rules when it's relevant in the moment.
Yeah.
So when you go, okay, yeah, cool, I'm going to shoot you. It's like, well, hang on a minute. I just so you know, I do have a strat that can shoot you back.
Yeah.
If that changes your thought process, things like that, right? So it's about giving them the information so they can make the right choice. Now, you've got an enhancement for somebody to get lone op, or you can strat for a lone op. Is that correct?
I have lone op. Everything within 6 of this is lone op. So
and it's an 18-inch lone op.
Yeah.
So
all of
where
these
does
things
18
are
inches throw
18-inch
me?
lone op.
Right there.
Yeah.
So I could yank this guy forward and actually get within that 18-inch lone op, but that means the Sagi isn't going to be there. So I think we just move the Sagi further forward, just so it's completely out of the way, right?
Nice. Yep.
So it's going to sit there. It doesn't mean it can get shot, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. And this lad is going to just take your drift style, coming over here, which should pop him happily within 12 inches there. He can then land some fire support down there, taking his posse with him. These bikes are just going to chill, just spread out, because I don't want you deep striking anywhere. This lad here will advance. Whee! On a 2. Still really slow.
Speed demon. Nice.
And we'll just mirror that.
Frost says, are you planning on getting any Chaos Marines? I've just got Magnus, Araman, and Rubrics. I also plan on getting the T-Suns Battle Force box. A backup is nice for what may happen soon. I know, I understand where you're going with it, but when you say backup, you're saying that they will remove demons from the game entirely. I think that it's incredibly unlikely that they will remove them entirely. It's likely that they won't get a codex, but they will almost definitely get an index of some kind that allows them to play undivided, as in like all the demons combined together and not just Nurgle with Death Guard. That being said though, I already have a very sizable Death Guard army, fully painted and everything. Thank you, Neil. And then I've already got World Eaters. I have Berserkers and Angron. I need 8-bound and various things like that, but I could play them. And I've also got a ton of CSM. Like, I don't have every unit, but I've already got CSM. I'm missing Emperor's Children, and I'm missing T-Suns. And I think T-Suns are my least favorite out of all of them. So maybe down the line I'll get them. But before that happens, I have an enormous collection of Tau to paint, Necrons to paint, finish my Eldar, finish my Harlequins. There's a couple more Demon units that need painting. And Adela has all of her Drukhari to go before we even consider getting anything else. So, yeah. They're definitely going to be split up in like they have in AOS. But I think that there'll also be, excuse me, there'll also be an index that allows you to play with all of them undivided. As in like, it'll be Death Guard, World Eaters, etc. And then there won't be a codex, but there'll be like one little index that has like 4 enhancements and strats where you can play like Chaos Demons. And you'll be able to do that. Yeah. Almost definitely. If they don't do that, then that's crazy. Demons at the moment are like one of the most popular armies that there are because everyone's playing all these new detachments with like Shadow Legion and whatnot. If you were not able to play with all of your fancy demons together, that would be nuts. That's literally removing armies from the game, and they've never really done that. Even with something like Harlequins, they didn't remove them from the game. They just put them in another book. So there's no way.
That was removing Harlequins.
Yeah.
At least for the old codex, it was definitely removing Harlequins.
Yeah,
New codex, it's much better. They've sorted that issue out. All right, so everybody's done it. We've moved everywhere. We've done our things. We've shuffled around a little bit, given a little bit of screen, just in case old mate lives.
Yep.
It depends where my fire goes and how I feel about things.
Nice.
But, let's see how we go.
Very good.
So let's try and deal with these little Nurglings here, and we'll start with these 4 bucks that can see.
Yep.
Cool. So the -1 is just in combat, right?
The -1 is just in combat.
Beautiful.
So I expect them to die.
So let's start with these 4 bucks here.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s.
Whoa.
Whee.
That was
Look
a
at them
great
turn
roll.
up to do something. Look at that. That's fantastic. So strength 7 on the main gun, so that's going to be 2s.
Yep.
So pull out 1. So what's that? 3, 6, 7, 8.
2 damage each.
2 damage each.
6s. Okay, they're dead. 1, 2, 3, they're dead.
Okay.
That was quick.
That was that dealt with.
All right.
Problem 1 solved. Problem 2 is old mate in the middle. So let's start with the Sagittarius that's moved up. It's got nothing else to shoot, so it's going to shoot him.
Very good.
So we'll start with the big gun first. So Hylaz, hitting on 4s. So that's sustained D3.
It's hitting on 3s, isn't it? Because I'm tokened, because I'm on the objective.
Oh, I am too. That was a 2?
Yeah, 2 and a 6.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Learning your rules helps with the game. So for next 2 shots.
Nice.
Cool. Strength 12, T5
T5,
were you? So still 2s. So it's 2.
2
AP,
5
you don't care.
I take 1.
How many wounds you got?
5.
So 5 up, he's dead.
If I feel no pain though.
Take 1 wound.
If I feel no pain, I'll take a wound. I'm on 4 left.
Bolt cannons. It'll be 3s, because you
Yeah.
remembered my rules.
Yeah.
Yay. Strength 6, it'll be 3s, but twin link, but doesn't matter. 2.
2 5-ups.
And these are 2 damage each, so 4 wounds.
I need a single 5-up to live. I don't get one.
Okay.
He is killed.
Here's down.
Sadness. He nearly did it.
So I've got the land fort left, shooting in your beast. How many wounds is the beast again?
They are 7 wounds a pop, and they are T10.
T10, 7 wounds. I'm not going to bother with any strats. We're just going to go au natural. So we'll start with the big gun on top.
The beams.
So hitting you on 4s, and either hit is a sustained D3.
Okay.
So for an extra 3 shots.
Hey.
This is strength 10.
Yeah.
Is 10 T10 with you?
T10.
So 4s again. So it's going to be a game of 4s apparently.
All right. 5
4 wounds.
ups.
Oh,
Hey.
good lord. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I see you raise you with 3 6s.
4 damage.
One's down to 3 wounds left.
Oh, they don't have a feel no pain?
They don't. No.
right.
Nothing in the army has feel no pain but the big boys.
Okay, all right. That's
Yeah.
good to
They
know.
used to give an aura of feel no pain. Now it's an aura of +1 toughness.
Okay.
So that's why the plague bearers used to have the 2 wounds, 6 that feel no pain. So it's
Yep,
really annoying.
yep, a lot more
But
resilient.
Not anymore, but they're now T6.
Alright.
So.
This is the bolt cannons, so 4s with sustained.
Jeez.
These dice are fantastic.
What the
Can I buy
hell?
for 2 more in from sustained?
Okay. 5's to win though.
Strength 6, which will be 5s, but twin linked.
Yeah. All right, 2.
So 2 so far.
Yeah.
And then reroll.
3.
Got them 1 more. Okay.
Okay,
So
I
3
need
altogether.
2 5-ups here or I lose 1. I don't.
2 damage.
1's down to a wound.
And then I got the Matar. 4s again.
Okay.
This has no. Oh, that went out of the tray. This has got no perks to this gun. This is just normal.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. And then 5s. 3 wounds.
Hell! All right, 5-ups. Damage.
2 damage each.
Okay, you kill 1 and 1's on 5 wounds.
Cool.
Does he explode? No. They do blow up for a wound.
That's great.
So,
I would allow that.
fair enough. That hurts.
Look,
I
that's all the
will
shooting coming out.
Probably just remove this guy.
So
for
your
now.
other one will just heal because there's no one else to shoot at him.
Yeah, I could resurrect that beast for 2 CP, so we'll see how we go.
You could. But that, my friend, will be turned. There's no charges. There's nothing behind that wall, right? I can't see from here. This one to see.
No, nothing here,
There's no
nothing
one
here.
there. Yeah, cool. So I got mini engage. We jumped in there and we're over there.
Very nice.
And then secure.
Okay,
We've secured everything.
very good. Secure for 5 points, mini engage for 2, so that's 7. No primary or anything just yet. You'll go up a CP. I'll go up a CP to 3. I'll flip it over to me. Primary, I get 10 because I'm holding these 2 points here. No battle shocks to be had. Yeah, I think that's about it. I will draw some cards. This beast obviously heals to full health. I will draw some cards and see how we go. Now, interesting. So this is my lone up guy. I don't really want him to die, but let's see. Hypothetically, he fits down this way, but can he get within an inch of your big boy here? Whoops. If I fit him there, is that within an inch?
Oh, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, so I can't charge him anyway.
Oh, you do, right here.
Yeah, okay.
Look.
Yes or no? I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
he's just out.
So I'm not going to bother sending my Great and Clean One into his death over there because I can't charge that thing anyway. So in terms of what I want, let's go with, I don't know, how long can I sit on my side for? Let's do like...
Something else that involves sitting in your corner, yeah.
Storm Hostile, we'll do that. And, I don't know, Extend. That'd be great.
Yep.
See what happens.
Something that does involve, yep.
Cleanse.
Cleanse.
Okay, I can do that, at least for one. And Extend Battle Lines. I can do that just fine as well.
You've already got that.
I already have it. I'm drawing the best cards I possibly could. No +1 toughness from Great and Clean One. Is he out of the aura? He's definitely within. He was literally right next to him. I have 2 Great and Clean Ones on the field today, right here. So very nice.
And they both give an aura of +1 toughness?
They both give an aura.
Is that
of
why
+1.
he was T10?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Otherwise,
All
they're
right, so you
normally
already had
T9.
it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I would have been winning you on 3s, not 4s.
Yes. Very good. And Cleanse. They don't stack the aura, but I can pick something for -1 to toughness for both of them, and that stacks. So I can do something, if I'm within 12 of both, I can be like, this thing is -2 toughness, which is pretty cool.
Lovely.
So, all right.
Frostfriend, I don't know about buying all your demons, but I'd probably buy your your Slaanesh demons, because I'm currently building a Emperor's Children army. And the demon attachment looks very tasty.
It's very good. Yes.
But I want 60 demonettes running around the table. That's really what I want.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail you, and Daemon's going to keep you throwing demonettes at you.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally demon princes running around, hitting you for mortal wounds everywhere.
Now there's a problem here because I don't know where to, how to be safe from this thing that's going to drive its way over here.
For me.
Yeah, and it can fit through the gap, but I can't because I'm a Great and Clean One.
Yeah, they're wonderfully skinny, the land forts.
That's very annoying. So before I do any moves, I just want to see where I can go. I don't actually think I can battle shock anything because nothing is within... you hold these and nothing's within 9 of me, so I can't actually battle shock anything.
Because I've got you don't have a shadow.
I don't have shadow.
Yep.
But what I can do is I can heal the beast potentially. I could move the beast back to over here and just sit on this objective. But my biggest concern is if I do that, then you can just run over here and take it. What is in this thing?
That land fort has 10 berserkers and my Iron Here champion.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
So nothing.
Nothing, yeah,
Nothing.
Absolutely, yeah, nothing.
Just some angry dwarves, she'll be right, yeah.
And in both of these, this one had the
That is
5
now
warriors.
empty,
Yep.
and this has 5 warriors. So the split, and this is also for you guys as well, the split is, I try to make it maximum nice and easy for you and my brain. So the warriors that are bare bones are the ones that are back here and there. So they're just literally just got the staple guns and the med pack, just to give them a bit of extra something.
Got it.
And the other 2 have all the guns. And a champion with his plasma pistol, and weirdly a 4 open vulnerable save. Makes no sense.
We feel crest?
That, makes no sense that he's got it.
Yeah.
Compared to there's almost no invulnerables anywhere else, except
That's
like
true.
the Iron Here champion.
I hadn't thought about that one.
Yeah. There's little things like that you can tell that it should be fixed in the codex, right? Like the Iron Here champion can deep strike only when he's leading a unit.
Yeah.
When he's on his own, it's like he doesn't know how to deep strike anymore, right? He forgot where the button is, right? He needs his friends to help him show him where the button is. Yeah. So, little interactions like that.
Okay.
Frostfred, look, if you don't have the Slaanesh, why are you collecting demons? Isn't that the cool... Like, I think that they're probably... I mean, you've probably got strong opinions on this. I think they're a better model range out of demons.
What, the Slaanesh?
The Slaanesh demons.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, they just removed 4 of them.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. The chariots.
I think the most up-to-date is actually the Nurgle stuff. Because,
there is?
Yeah, because they got the Scrivener, the Bile Piper, the Snail, the Tree...
the tree. Do we count the tree to eat?
It's a gorgeous model. It's just terrible in the game.
Yeah.
I have tortured Pommy Ben with fortifications in many of those events, including the tree.
That's fantastic.
He was like, please stop taking fortifications. And I was like, but it looks so good though.
It's pretty.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think what I might do...
Tharos.
Hi, Tharos. Good to see you.
Been ages. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad I could get up at the crack of dawn for you. Being here.
Yeah, I think what I might do is heal this beast. Yeah, it's mainly
okay with
because
it.
I'm
Yeah.
OC 3 a pop and your little dudes are OC, what, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
if
just
I eat
need
them
more
forward.
OC.
Yep.
I do have Overwatch threats and stuff like that I could do in the next turn, but I kind of just want it. I'm going to do that, and then my other CP is I'm going to get that Plague Bearer unit over there to move 10.
Beautiful.
And I think we're going to come and contest the middle, at least for a little bit. We're going to get, not super aggressive, but somewhat aggressive for now, just to see if I can actually go anywhere and do anything.
Anytime you make your opponent make or have difficult choices, you're doing the right thing.
100%, yeah.
Because it can mess up their game plan, and then they've got a clear-cut choice of decisions, and then, especially in a tournament setting where it's under time pressures, etc., that when it can lead to often the wrong choice. Or in this case, choices where it's like, that's fine, I've got other options to then be annoying to you.
I don't know.
Oh, he's thinking.
Yeah,
You can hear the cogs are turning.
If I go too aggressive, then the what are they called? Berserks will get out and just annihilate me. So yeah, they're the scariest unit I think for me. Everything else is it's scary, but it is what it is. Do I resurrect this beast here and then run forward and then just bog this thing and maybe these guys as well?
So I can fall back, shoot and charge.
I know, but at least
CP.
it will be going that way instead of towards me, which is probably better.
Could drive over you.
Yeah, you could
if
also...
I've got the CP, right? Like,
you could fall back and shoot and charge as well if you're not battle shocked.
Correct, yes.
Which could be pretty good.
But thinking then you've got to do it in my command phase,
Correct.
which I can then use the strat for.
No.
I was at the end.
It is in the command. You can only pass battle shock automatically in the battle shock step, which is a different section.
I thought the battle shock step was in the command
No, there's
phase.
four stages. It's a start of command. Anything that says in your command phase goes next.
Yep.
Then it's a battle shock step. And then that's where you can auto pass. It's not in the battle shock step, so you can't. And then the last bit is end of command, which is where you score your primary. So you can't do it. So yeah, it's kind of stupid, but yeah. Anyway, I think that we're going to do that. And I need to play a little bit cagey over here. Be a little bit careful. So I'm going to burn all my CP and go down to 0.
Frostrain says, oh, excuse me, I got to...
Yeah,
me.
it's
Sorry about
early
that.
morning, right?
Yeah, it's early morning.
It's hard.
Do official tournaments at GW stores use a chess clock? My campus is in a small town without a GW, so I don't know how official tournaments are run. So I can't speak for how things are done over there, but definitely here, clocks aren't compulsory.
No.
They are player choice. But the ruling is if your opponent wants to use the clock, you have to use the clock.
Yes.
So look, using a clock is just always better. It took me a while to get used to the clock and how to perceive it as fair, right? And so the thought logic for me that gets me there is basically, usually at a tournament, you've got 2 hours and 45 minutes. Some of them are generous and give you 3 hours, but let's use 3 hours for the example, right? If we've got 3 hours to play a game of Warhammer, I have an hour and a half to play my half of the game, and you've got an hour and a half to play your half of the game. So my opponent clocking out, which definitely still happens, and definitely still happens at high-end tournaments, doesn't give me feel bads because, especially with an army like Votann, right? It's not an early aggressive alpha strike. I 100% rely on turn 4 and turn 5. So if my strategy has to be, let's say, be a bit more defensive, hold back, what have you, denying me those last 2 turns because my opponent plays slowly isn't fair, and it's not healthy for the game. The perception also is like, basically, the game is already set. The game is Jackson and I playing together versus the game. So we need to work together as a team these are the rules, how do we interact, how do we play, how do we make this fair, and that's why communication is super important. Using the chess clock is super important. But it's also just getting comfortable with it. Like you would have gone through learning stages as well, so have I, in terms of you forget to switch the clock back, things like that.
Boy,
happens all the time, right?
I've had some rough games.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just all part of the learning process. If you can do that with your friends in a less competitive setting, that's going to be much more beneficial. But it also makes you a more efficient player, and it stops things like decision paralysis, where you spend the next 20 minutes deciding what should I do. You just go, nope, don't have time, let's make a choice, let's move on.
Yep.
So.
On top of that, I will also say that I don't think there's a single GW in the entire world that actually uses chess clocks in a GW store. And those are also not considered competitive events. No GW runs competitive events. It's all casual, all for funsies. That's where you would go to meet people that are brand new, especially younger people, because that's how they get them in. They draw them into the store. When you get to an older stage, you're pretty much going to like your LGS, your local game store, which would be something like I don't know, Good Games, Game Traders, whatever they're called over there. And they're not official GW, but they are licensed to sell Games Workshop stock. And they will run more competitive events, mainly because it's people in the community that run the events for them. As in, you'll get someone like me that turns up and goes, here's all my terrain, let's play an event. And that will use a chess clock potentially, or if you're going to be going to a tournament, they will use chess clocks, especially like a really competitive WTC event where it's teams and you don't want to let your team down. That will use a clock, but GW stores, no way. There's not a single one on the planet that will do that.
Yeah, most of our GW stores also don't allow this kind of gameplay in the stores because they prefer to save their tables, because space is a premium, right? We don't have, especially in Sydney, they just don't have big stores. And so the tables they do have are reserved for those brand new introductory games, things like that.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
If I move out there, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere.
Yeah, Frost Red, it says completely fair. There's a lot of let's just simulate the last X amount of rounds at our tourneys. I do not like that, unless it's completely going to be one-sided of like, it's turn 3, I'm tabled, I think we can talk it out from here kind of deal. There's been a lot of games, and you've probably had them as well, that end up being really, really close.
Yeah.
So it's almost impossible to talk out those sort of games because there's so many variables, because at the end of the day, it is a dice game. And dice be dice, right? It's always going to be completely random. So,
yeah, 100%.
Dylan Crane asked, what's the time limit on the chess clock for a 2K game? It's just the time split between the two. Some tournaments will allow time allocation for walking through your army lists, deployment zone, things like that. Some say start your clock during the deployment zone, deployment time as well. But average, if you can do your entire game in an hour and 15 minutes, as in each, right? So 2.5 hours altogether, you're going to be perfectly fine. And it's very easy to do that in a time, or a professional, not professional, in a tournament setting.
What he said.
Yeah, I do words. I speak good.
If you're asking how much it is exactly, it depends on the tournament that you're going to. Some people run their tournaments differently. Like they might allow 3.5 hours per round, in which case it would be what, like an hour and 45 minutes per person or something like that. But some people only allow like 2.5 hours for the entire thing, including setup, which is crazy. But that's only going to be like an hour and 15 minutes per person for all 5 turns. So it just depends. You have to know where, how much time each tournament is, and then set your clock accordingly to that. So it's different. Just like there is different metas around the world, different terrain layouts, different metas of the game, there's different amounts of time that you can use. So everything is a little factor in terms of playing this game.
Your tournament's player pack should have all that information in there in terms of how to use chess clocks and also which chess clocks rules they follow.
Yes.
Most of them tend to follow WTC because it's universal and everyone recognizes that name.
Okay, I've gone aggressive. I have 0 CP, and we're going to see how this goes.
Beautiful, I love it.
Yeah, my game plan is I am going to have both of these great and clean ones. Actually, let's say, what's the toughness on Jaegers?
5.
5. I will have this great and clean one reduce their toughness to 4. And what's the toughness on the big Sagittor car thing?
Saggy is 10. T10.
Yeah, okay. We'll reduce that to 9, I think.
Yeah, not a 7 or a 6. Happy with a 9?
Actually, we'll just reduce the toughness of the Jaegers in the middle down to a 3.
Gross.
Just because I want to, because cool.
You want them dead? That's fair.
And that's pretty much all I can do because I'm not within range of much else. That Soul Grinder is going to try and get some pot shots off on stuff in the middle because you can see around the terrain just with the corner of his little leg to that one guy.
Beautiful.
And this one guy can see with the tip of his blade to this one model, and that's about it.
So you want them really dead?
Yeah, because I want to charge the Saggy.
Fair.
I don't have any deep strikes coming in just yet. It's probably better off used on like a Rapid or something like that, or an Overwatch or something later on. Yeah, that being said, also, how many models have I killed? 3 died to a battle shock, but other than that, I've killed...
From the Jaegers?
I killed 4 of them?
You killed 7. You battle shocked them. And
Yeah, but I killed 4 outside the battle shock. So I have like a little token thing because every model I kill with Nurgle, I have to keep a tally, and if Epidemius is
every
alive,
model?
every model.
Whoa.
But if I get to 7 in the next command, I get an extra CP.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm on 4 kills at the moment. So if I kill the 3 in the middle, then my next turn I'll get 2 CP, which would be great. Yeah, I've hidden stuff away fairly carefully. I think my last bit of movement and deep strike is probably going to be this Poxbringer down here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because the bikes can always uppy downy, but I want something on this point just in case he shoots my Soul Grinder to death, and he will probably cleanse, and I've still got other stuff that I can use for later on. That's 1 cleanse there. I can't cleanse anywhere else. I'm getting my nice extend as well.
You can cleanse, you're just choosing not to.
Well, I'd have to auto-C you even then. I don't even know if I can do that.
That's at the completion of the cleanse. You can start it without owning it at all.
All right.
Yeah, and then you can shoot me everything off or just out-OC me.
Yes.
Which you already do anyway.
I think I auto-C you anyway because the
Correct.
Jaeger's a battle shock.
Battle shock, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do some very mild shooting and see how we go. Yeah, let's start with the Great and Clean one here who's going to mortal wound or flame the Jaegers to death.
My Jaegers, go for it.
D6 plus 3 shots. 9. Okay, this is Strength 5, AP 3, ignoring cover. So 3s to wound because you're T3. Mm-hmm. That many at AP 3, ignoring cover.
Cool. That was fun. Did everybody enjoy that?
Excellent. Good stuff. Now, I don't think that I was wise enough to put my Soul Grinder in line of sight of the car.
I do not know.
Oh, yes, I was. Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure I can see
I do have a
this
laser pointer in my stuff over there, if that's of use to you.
if you want to, sure, but I'm a lazy boy.
Don't even use ruin outlines.
Pretty sure I can.
All windows are open on all floors. So I assume we're doing WTC rules because
Yes.
it is WTC, which means all windows are blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Generally, all windows on the taller buildings, which would be that one, this one, that one, are blocked for 3 stories, fully like a wall. And then the smaller ones, the top level is open and the bottom level is blocked. So like a land fort, if it sits fully in the piece, can see through the terrain to shoot, but then it can be shot back because it can see through the top floor and I can see through.
Probably not on these ones, but on normal ones that we have at our normal local tourneys, the land fort can definitely see over the top,
All right, the other thing I also did want to mention is this guy is going to probably declare a charge later and just after some shooting, but I'm within 6, so I need 5. I have no CP. And they are within 5 of this, so I need a 4, and they get +1, so I need a 3.
You can fail that.
But no CP for rerolls.
I believe in you, you could fail that.
So we'll see. Next thing is I have now killed 7 models for my tally in case I live. I have some shots with various Soul Grinders. So what do I want to actually kill? That Iron Master over there, is he lone up?
Nope.
So I could shoot him?
You can. There's no lone up in this army.
Interesting. Well, I haven't got Assassinate yet, but I could actually like whittle the little dudes away.
Yeah.
So I might try that just in case I get Assassinate later on. So we'll start with this grinder. It can't see anything. And it's tried to hide as much as it can. So like its tip of its leg is on this piece here. But I don't know if it can be seen by the little dude here.
Yep.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Oh, nosies. Is my stream deck frozen? Okay, my stream deck is frozen. Great. Oh, that's always good.
We're doing it live.
Okay.
Live TV. There's a question in chat. I lost the person who said it. Can you go up on chat just a smidge? I will answer your question about Hearthguards in a moment. I was just waiting for a...
Okay. Well, I will show you the top down in a second. I was wondering why it didn't go. My stream deck froze, so I'll have to replug and hope that works. If not, we're going to be doing the rest of the game on this window. Thanks, Stream Deck. There's always something that goes wrong on everyone's first time go around.
Good old technology.
So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I will explain. The beasts are going to try and charge this land fort in a minute, but I don't have any rerolls for that.
Yeah, you got charge, you got some shots.
The only other thing I can do is this Soul Grinder is going to shoot the car in the middle and in a minute. We'll start with this grinder, as I said. Only the indirect into the character man. So D6 plus 1 and blast, so D6 plus 2. So, okay. So 2 shots plus 2 shots. I do get the +1 AP here, so 4s with lethals. 1 lethal, 1 hit. Strength 7, so 3s. 2 at AP 2.
6s. No, 2 little robots.
Excellent. And then
Blink,
we
blink.
shall do this grinder. He's going to do main shots into the car, which is strength 10. So it'll be 4s to wound, and then indirect will go, I think, over into those
Back
dudes.
into there.
So the main shot's hitting here on 3s. 2 hits, 4s to wound. Okay, 1 AP 2, but you do get cover.
No, he's dead on a 2.
That's this thing.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah.
2, that definitely wounds it.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah, and then D6 plus 1 shots indirect, but no more blast. So only 2 shots here. And then 4s, 1 hit, 3s, no wound.
Cool.
Okay, that is everything shooting. It's time for some charge. I will roll the Plague Bearers first. I need anything but double 1. 13 will do fine.
You rolled a double 1 for the States. For everyone on the other side of the country.
Yeah, I know. You're going to have to look at my back for a second, chat. Sorry.
Whilst you're moving that in, I'll answer the Hearthguard question.
Yeah.
Look, I think they're not in a great place. They're extremely underwhelming. They just need a smidge. Defensively, they're okay. They're not great. They're not, the scary thing that everyone thinks they are.
Yep.
Their output is what's the biggest problem for me. Having only 2 attacks with the fist, or 3 attacks, I think it's 3 with the swords, is just not good enough. Not for such an elite, well, what's meant to be an elite warrior, right? The berserkers out damage them in every possible way. Resilience-wise, obviously, yeah, okay, they're a little bit more tougher from an armor perspective, and the -1 toughness, -1 to wound, with the champion. But the berserkers are just better value from every other standpoint. The deep strike's cute. I don't mind that. The only thing that I found that the Hearthguard are really, really good into are things like Demons, you're en masse, or Aldari if you ever get a chance to shoot, or Genestealer Cult. That's the only matchups where I found that they're really good because of the grenades. Just mass fire. But outside of that, I just find them extremely underwhelming where they currently sit. I love them, used to run them all the time.
Yes, I know. I had a Keeper of Secrets get deleted by them in a tournament.
The Volkite's cute, but it's typically a 1-hit wonder, and that's about it. If your opponent can usually pick them up
pretty easily.
pretty well, yeah.
This is my high house. I'm going to try my charge. I need a 6.
Oh, great question, House. How to balance the need to be at a distance for effective shooting on a Hekachonk, a land fort, for those that don't know that one, versus the need to be close with the Zerks inside. It ultimately comes down to what I need from that unit that turn, or what I'm going to need in the follow-up turn. Because if you look at the Zerks having that 8-inch movement, ultimately, yes, they can do both of moving out that 8, and then that's the charge for the 4 to get through that gap.
Yep.
But I find it doesn't tend to come up too often. It's pretty clear of what I need. And I try not to rely heavily on the sustained on the 4-up for most of the land forts, because otherwise it just effectively removes them from play. One change I've had to do with this list and the mindset is I need to use these far more offensively. And so that things like tank shock, right? Throwing land fort forward, getting all that extra movement, getting as much movement as possibly can. 12 dice for a tank shock, that's pretty good. Often you'll do the max 6 every single time. So, yeah, that was a good question. I like that one.
Nice.
Thank you. And
Thank
welcome.
you, Sean.
Welcome.
I'm just kind of abusing your ability to hold conversation for a second while I actually try and
I
fix
can
this.
pad. Yeah.
I don't know why, it just randomly stopped. But we'll give it a go.
Decided to break.
It decided it didn't like working this morning. Does
No,
it
that's
work
fair.
now? Yes. Okay, I fixed it.
Whee, look at that.
Very good. I will go and fix one more thing in a sec. But I did make my 6 bang on. There you go. So they're in.
Beautiful.
They made their charge with their big 13. So everything is now bang in the middle here. So we've got all my Plague Bearers in. I can't get, I think, 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. But they're going to stay within range of the Great and Clean one to give me the toughness as well. You never know if you might need it. And now we're just going to try and punch stuff to death.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hit things with hammers or swords in your
yes.
face.
Yeah, exactly. So here is all the plague bearers going into the middle here. This is, except for I think 2. Did I say 2? I can't see.
It was 2 that weren't.
2 here? Cool. So everything into the Sagi, so D6 attacks plus 2 from Epidemius.
What's your AP?
AP 2 and 1 goes to 3 and 2 because I'm within 6 of the AP guy.
Yeah, I'll let it play.
Cool.
With the amount of dice you've got at me and bringing, yeah, you probably could pick that up with just lethals.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I do get.
How many CP do I have? Oh,
you currently, I don't know because it's so small. I'll have to go fix that.
It is 3 CP. I can see that.
No,
With a bit of leaning and a little bit of squinting.
You can see that? It's like this big. No way. There's no way. That's crazy. I can't see that. Okay, I just want to double check because I've lost my marbles. It is D6 plus 3 attacks as I thought. Cool. 4 plus the 3 is 7 from Epidemius. Hitting here on 3s.
Didn't
lethal
Roddy select
hits.
a target for +1 damage?
Rodigus is not on the field yet.
He's not on the field.
He's over here.
He's having a cuppa. He's late.
He's in deep straight.
Yep.
So no, otherwise I would have. 5s to wound, nothing.
I love that journey for me.
Yep, and then we've got the little dudes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. 3s with lethals. That's a lot of
Got a
lethals.
bunch there.
Okay.
Is that 5 already? Yep.
And then 6s to wound. None.
All right, so you can't kill it.
5 at AP 2.
AP 2. So 5s. Do 3 wounds?
3 more damage. So he's taken 6 total.
Yep, he's got 3 left.
Excellent. I will not pile in. I will just leave myself right where I am. Then these beasts will pile in. They unfortunately can't touch this unit because I have to try and make base over here. So they're annoyingly going to be free, but that's all right. And then we'll just try and bonk the hecatonk. Also, hi house. I didn't get to answer that question as well, but good to see you, buddy. How you going? 4s. Okay. And then these are 6s. That's not a lethal, actually. No lethals here. Dev wound. 2 damage.
I didn't want to roll any dice anyway.
Yeah.
2 damage?
2 damage. That's all I got.
Oh, you've only got 6-sided dice. You're making me do math in the morning.
Haha. Very good. All right, I'm going to fix that one last thing, and then
We want 14 wounds remaining.
Yay!
Shall I slap you back, good sir?
Absolutely.
Actually,
There's no point in the
no
hecatomb.
point. Yeah. Excuse me, that's what I was going to say. There's no point because you're just going to. Well, I could one-shot you.
Yeah. Can you do 7 damage?
Oh, you're at 7. No, then no.
So I'm okay.
Where Dream is dead.
Yeah.
Sagi! Excuse me.
Yes.
There's no -1 to wound on a hit on that one, is there?
No, and you get +1 because
And
I'm on
+1,
the
yeah. So
token.
everything hits. That's lovely.
Yep.
Strength 6. Just the 1 wound, good sir.
4 up in bond. Nope.
He
No.
take a wound.
1 is down to
A
1.
mighty wound.
Ow.
Lovely. So you cleansed for 1 and you did something else. Extend, which you already
extended.
have. Lovely.
Yes. That's my whole turn.
Cool. All right.
And it is worth saying that everything in the back here is all within range of +1 AP and lone up. That's the lone up guy. That's the +1 AP.
Cool.
So everything's
Who was the dude that killed off the Jaegers? Who did the final killing blow?
That guy.
Was that dude?
actually,
He gets a judgment token.
Yes, that was not very smart of me, was it?
I'm going to go show chat because everyone loves this on the front. These
Oh,
are my
yeah,
judgment
okay.
tokens.
It's probably going to be pretty blurry.
Oh,
But
it's going to be really blurry. Oh, that doesn't work at all. Oh, no.
here, I got another idea for you.
This
if you've got long arms, if you go around that side, yeah, and then do it from the top down, but you got to reach all the way in up to here. There you go.
Hey.
That's much better.
So it's the old Dwarf Lord. He's my 2 judgment.
Yep.
And then I've got one of the Dwarf Warriors as my 1 judgment. Just better than having the little cardboard things
Very
floating
clever,
around. And I don't know about you guys, like for me, a lot of this hobby is also just like that accessory stuff. There's little extra personalizations.
Yeah. There's so many tokens in the game now.
There is a little bit, yeah.
What the hell? It's the game of tokens. So anyway,
All right,
I did
so-
get my 7 points. So we'll go up to 18 and yeah, all you.
I hold
You are right. You were on 3 CP. How did you see that?
wonderful eyesight.
What?
Recently got them checked as well, just to make sure. Well, I was holding the phone late at night and the wife was like, "You're squinting." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realise I was." So I went and got them tested. Nah, still good. Yeah. Fun
Crazy.
stories. Just everyone wanted to know what my eyesight was like. I thought I'd fill you guys in on that information. Just
My eyesight is terrible
You
comparative.
don't need to ask that question
I can't
anymore.
see
I've already
anything.
answered.
Jeez.
Any guesses?
Well, I don't know. Let's
the
do
whole
bring
thing?
it down this turn. That'd be great. And Locust.
March for Death.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Yep.
I can't. And extend battle lines.
That's really good.
All right.
Okay. Extend battle lines, but basically 5 points.
Who would you mark?
Interesting. I think it has to be probably the 2 unclean ones. And then the extra one, I don't know. I'm going to say the Soul Grinder back here. I don't think anything can reach him because he's lone up, right? So that Saji, that
He's lone up
car
18, isn't he?
can't do anything. So
Just do a quick measurement around this side.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty hard to reach
So
him.
18 is like there.
Yeah. And even the Berserks, if they get out, they're going to have to get out over
So the
here.
land fort could have a shot at him, but then I'm putting all that in the land fort, right?
Yeah.
What's his defensive?
He is, hey, thank you, Sheep. He is T, currently
Thank you, Sheep.
12, 3 up armor, 4 up in Von, 14 wounds.
All right, so let's redraw March for Death.
Thank you, Sheep.
Let's spend a CP.
Yeah.
So I go down to 3.
Yeah.
And we redraw.
Damn, Sheep. You
Bring it
always
down.
come through, mate. Okay, we're up to 25, I think it was, 26. Did someone join there in the middle as well? 26 memberships. We
That's
need
awesome.
another 24 to make our goal today. That'd be awesome. Thank you very much.
I believe in you, chat. You've got this.
Do it. The
Even with
record-
House Gremlins.
Yeah.
Who was that at the start? I can't remember now.
The record was 201 memberships in a stream. Is the record.
Wow.
If we can beat that, that'd be insane. I don't think that's going to happen
Is
today,
that a
but
special stream or something? Taking your shirt off for every
it was before Christmas, so everyone just got their bonuses, and they were just like, you know what, Jack,
festive
here you
giving
go.
spirit, right?
And I was
Yeah.
like, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So I owe Battle
Thank
Shock in the
you.
middle. Just own
Before you do
natural
that, you've drawn your cards. Before you get to the Battle Shock step, I have to try and Battle Shock something, not knowing what you will roll with your Battle Shock. So that thing has to Battle Shock automatically. I can Battle Shock it myself, and then you'll have to
to
take
double the
another one
chances?
anyway, even if you pass or fail mine. But I think probably what I'm going to do is this one, because then it won't be able to fall back and shoot and do all of its own stuff. So a Battle Shock at -1, which you can't auto pass.
So 8. Don't
Sadness.
care. Come at me, bro.
And then
Yep.
the other thing at -1, the Sagittar.
Which
this-
is just natural.
This one you
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
auto pass if you want to.
It's interesting. Interesting. There's a lot of guns that go to bear on that Plague Bearers unit.
Now it's been a long, long time, Jack, but the army that has the best tournament record for me this year is my Overwatch Diva Tau with 74% win rate in tourneys. That is
I'm just gonna roll.
insane.
7-8. We're good.
Sadness.
All right.
That is a really, really good showing. Excellent work, Tharos. Nice. And also, again, thank you, Sheep. That's insane. It's a lot of memberships to donate in one go, so I'm very thankful. Thank you again.
Can you, sorry to cut you off, walk me through again the defensive profile of these? That's the 4-up invulnerable.
These are the 4 up invulns.
Yep.
So one has taken a wound, but outside that, it's essentially 20 wounds, and then another 8 wounds on Epidemius. They are T6 currently, 4 up invuln. So 28 wounds, T6, 4 up invuln.
Yeah, let's have a crack. Let's see if we can do it. All right.
If you kill Epidemius, you deny me my extra CP gen in the next turn as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, so how are we going to do this movement? We're going to do a bit of movement Jenga. Let's move these dudes out of the way for this part of it, and he can get out too.
Yep.
So I need that point, bring it down, probably not going to happen. All right.
That's like the biggest sign of it. Oh, okay. All right, Jack. We'll see how many 4 ups you can roll. Yeah.
All right, so annoyingly,
I don't have any defensive strats, by the way, but my one thing I could do this turn would be a rapid ingress, honestly, which I could do with something like Rodigus. So keep Rodigus away from the bikes in particular. Like if you leave me a pocket over there and Rodigus can actually get into them, it's likely that he'll wipe the whole squad of 6 in one hit.
Oh, bikes. Yeah,
bikes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, if you let me charge them. Just
so he's falling back to
let
there because that's what he needs. Take 2 for the pivot.
Mm-hmm.
We're then going to get all the berserkers out. Everybody's coming out to play.
Yeah, this is going to be the thing that really, really, really hurts. I don't like it.
Get right up in there.
But you know what, chat? I kind of had to put something in the middle just to see what happens. And now we'll see what Sean does to annihilate me in return. He'll probably kill my beasts and my Epidemius unit. But then he's at least got the unit of 10 berserkers out in the open. After that, who knows what will happen. If I kill all the berserks and take the middle back, then he's got another unit of the berserks that can probably kill me in return, and then I'll have to kill him. It's basically just going to be how many assets can we trade back and forth before whoever wins.
Pretty much it.
And yeah, at the moment though, I'm winning the secondary game because I've just been drawing better cards. So it's 18-7. If I keep this up the entire time, then it's just going to be, a very close game right at the end.
Can you spend a CP for me, please, good sir?
Yes.
So he can fall back, shoot, and charge.
Very good.
I've moved him over, so he's going to auto heal flat 3 because he's got his little friend.
End of move or is it command?
It's movement phase.
What?
Yeah, end of movement phase.
You cheeky boy.
It's a better but limiting version of the Space Marine one because he doesn't give any buffs to shooting. It's just a straight up heal.
Yeah.
It's either D3 or it's flat 3 if he's got his little friend assistant with him.
Nice.
T11?
On the Soul Brander?
Yep.
T12 now, but
12.
yes, T11.
And how much OC do you have on that point? Good
6
sir?
currently.
Only 6?
Yes, only 6. But anywhere you move onto it, I have an Overwatch here, which would be D6 plus 3 flames, Strength 5, AP 3, ignoring cover. So
You would.
I do have Overwatch threat to potentially, like if these dudes came out here, I'd probably do it to try and stop you. Everything else, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think all we're going to do is just sort of stay in this sort of space, right? There's no need.
Just a threat.
Right, so let's
Threaten this corner.
Here. These warriors are actually going to get back inside.
Yep.
Pop them over to the side. And then this one is probably going to actually not be needed at all. So we are just going to yeet him forward and just take a good old-fashioned pivot.
Nice.
Into that spot.
Yep.
Bikes I don't know yet. This dude's sitting over there doing nothing, isn't he? Does 10 get me there? It does not. That's fine. So I think what we'll do is we're just going to pivot.
Yep.
So that way I can also still see the beasts down there.
Yep.
I don't think I'm actually going to need that champion now that I think about it. 12 gets me there, which is, I think we're just going to be a bit of a screen factor if we're perfectly honest. So let's throw these lads forward. Take our full 12 there. And then the rest, whoops, are just going to be a screen.
Nice.
And then these are probably going to also be a screen because I don't know if we need extra shots coming down. Maybe 1 or 2 of these bikes. Maybe we get these 2 high lasers in. He's going to get to there and then there. And then the rest will perform screening duties because I don't need big guy coming in through the middle.
Yeah.
How do we go? I think we're, because you're a big base too, aren't you?
Is it possible to play a single beast beyond the party of 2, or is it not convenient? Is it better to always deploy them in doubles? If you're playing this detachment,
this side of the wall.
if you're playing Nurgle Daemons with Plague Legion, that would be the only detachment where you actually want to run 2 as a unit. In this detachment, it's good because you can pay 2 CP to heal them and revive 1. Otherwise, you don't want to run them as 2. You just want to run 1 because it's dirt cheap. They scout and they're just an annoying unit that does actions. In
So
this
annoying.
army, you can buff them with the extra damage. They have a lot of strats available to them. You can heal them. The unit of 2 is actually really good. That's why I'm playing 2 units of 2. Otherwise, you don't want to do that. So,
yeah, even without the perks of this detachment, they're still just a very good unit.
they're so good.
Right, your opponent has to actually commit a decent amount to
Yep.
deal with it, and that's exactly what you want. You're like, beautiful, please come
You're
give
gonna
me
see
your
beasts.
assets that need to then.
Yeah, you're going to see them in lots of lists, but probably only as one beast, mainly for a scout unit.
We'll advance these dudes while we're here.
Isn't it funny, Sean, how the Beast of Nurgle is one of the best units in the Demon Codex, and it's also one of the most expensive models to buy.
Is
at
it really?
Like $70 for one or something like that.
But it's a Beast of Nurgle, so if you have access to alternate means, it's probably one of the easiest
If
ones
you have
to
a
do.
3D printer, then go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so nice to be able to watch you guys. So finally, because you have a free time, good to see you, Tharos. Amazing stuff. And what better stream to join in on as well. Yeah, I'm very happy to get Sean in because look at him.
He's tall.
He's
and
great.
He's camouflaged in.
He's a great presenter.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You might know to find someone who presents well, lives close, has the time, has a painted army, knows their rules, can entertain the chat. It doesn't happen with everyone.
I don't know if I've presented well. It's not over yet. I could completely whiff and do something really.
As long as you don't fall over, break your ankles, say a swear word or something.
The funny thing
you're
is,
killing it so far.
This morning when I was getting ready, I had in my brain, I'm like, oh, there's something like a dress code or something, right? And I thought, oh, I shouldn't wear a green shirt just in case there's a green screen.
Yeah, this is my bad. I just forgot to tell him not to
So
wear
I'm like,
blue.
I'll wear a green shirt. I'll wear a blue one.
Yeah, it's
and
okay.
then, yeah.
It's fine. You can still be seen. I wear blue on
definitely.
the stream all the time anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's fine.
All right, let's kill some
Stuff.
stuff, shall we?
Yeah.
So we've done it. I've moved around. We've definitely screened out here, trying to push you back as much as we possibly can, because that's what I really want from this journey. So bikes have moved around on the far side just to be more of a screen.
Yep.
Land forts is repositioned to get shots down here because there's no need to push forward because the only other end threat on the other end of that is the good old Nurglings.
Yep. There are 2 beasts right here.
Oh, okay. More beasts to kill later. That's fine.
Great.
These guys have moved forward just to give some additional shooting.
Yeah.
Actually, I've repositioned that one wrong because I forgot about the wall there. That's fine.
Do whatever you want. I'm all good for take backsies. That's totally fine.
And just be actually, it wouldn't be that guy. It'd be this guy because he had the movement to get there. The other one didn't.
I'm just gonna see. If I put something like this here.
Where'd our little 2-inch gaugey thing go? That's okay. I'll do something crazy like use a tape measure.
Yeah, who would do that?
Yeah, cool.
If I
Cool.
go like down here, I'm lifting a Nurgling with my.
I wouldn't do
muscles.
that.
Why not?
Just because it's the thing I have to deal with.
Well, that can't see. That can't see. This can't see. This probably can't see.
Probably not. I'd say this land fort definitely. Probably not this Saji.
You can't see. Yeah, so it'd be like a land fort and a Saji.
No, just a land fort.
Just a land fort? No.
I don't think he can see.
What?
I think he hits this wall.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't believe there's
Maybe
a
you
clean...
can. I reckon you can.
There is a line.
Yeah, I think you can.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, do I want to do this? Because then I can't fit in the middle here anyway. But what I could do is maybe go like down here, and then I could pay a CP in the next turn to move through the wall and kill these. Would you be okay with this? Sitting here?
I
Do you
mean,
want to do any moves?
I'm going to go full poker face.
Okay.
Not giving you information
I
yet.
think this is probably
When
a
it's your
terrible
decision?
idea because honestly, if I do this chat, I'd be burning a CP here, I burn a CP here, I charge these, I wipe the whole unit, and then the berserks get out and wipe me. Which would be really bad. You can't give me any other token to give me +1 to wound though, right? So you'd be wounding me on 5s.
If you end up on the point, I can.
Yes.
Or if you just wipe the squad, then you'll get 1 naturally. So if you wipe the squad and land up on the point, let's go worst case scenario, you get 2 judgment.
Yeah. That would be bad. I don't want that because then I'm +1 to wound. Honestly, I think it's probably better off that I actually just land the Bile Piper unit. And I land the Bile Piper unit like down here, for example, whether they can't be seen.
Yep.
And I just have to be more than 9 away from all of these guys. So like down here, basically. And then this allows me to go and move and take some stuff in the next turn.
Cool.
And still have some damage and whatnot. And I'll still be able to land with Rodriguez and whatnot later. Yeah, this is just a safer option. So we'll go down here.
Lovely.
Hello. All right, continue, sir.
All right. So let's start with some shooting. So we'll start with things that don't have a choice, and that'll be, let's go with this land fort, shooting into your beasts of Nurgle.
Yep.
So these Nurgles have hurt absolutely nobody, so there's no judgment. So we're going to go old-fashioned style, which is our normal ballistic skill. So let's start with the big gun on top, hitting on 4s. One hit, and that's sustained D3. So for those that don't know, the conversion beamer, the gun I have on top, is sustained D3.
Yep.
But if you're outside of 12 inches, it procs on a 4-up rather than a 6. Okay. So it got me an extra 3.
Ouch.
Strength 10. So what are you now?
T9.
T9. Because you're outside of the bubble, right? So
Correct.
this will be 3s. There's 3 wounds that you good, sir. AP you don't care about, but we're flat 4 damage each.
Ugh, you kill a beast. That's not good. Does it blow up? Yes!
Hey! Probably guess there's a fair bit of wounds around.
Probably have to pick the closer one.
Goes the
I should
land
have done that
fort
before
to
rolling,
wound.
but anyway, don't want to be charged.
Would the 6 get my berserkers? Probably.
Yes.
Yep. Feel no pain. No, he felt it.
One of my plague bearers is dead. That's annoying.
Let's throw it on just a normal dude.
Goodbye, plague bearer. Yep. Nice.
Definitely would have got the champion here. Old mate goes down to 4.
Yep. And I get that
and that one
Saji,
as well.
the land fort.
I'm running out of tokens. Do you have another?
I've got so many. Here you go.
More dice.
That one, that one.
The little dice for it.
I don't have too many little ones. I've got this one, this one, this one. Here. All these.
I need a double.
Yay. You know what? I'm going to double check that they do still blow up because that would be very funny if they don't anymore. And we've already done all this explosion stuff. Hey,
We'll get our tokens back.
they do.
Cool.
Yay.
All right, so same strategy. We've got bolt cannons now. 4s. Doop, 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 doop. Cool.
Oh, that was the Saji. Was that the?
Sorry,
Saji
that was the
ship?
land fort. That was the high.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say.
Sorry.
Well,
did I say Saji we're on to now?
Yeah.
Still the same big tank.
Same land fort.
Strength 6, so 5s, but twin linked. Nothing. Beautiful. And then the Mater.
Boy.
No sustained on that one though.
Yep.
And this will be 5s. There's 2.
5 ups. Ooh.
2 damage.
Down to 5 left.
Let's go with. We're out of this Saji down here.
Yep.
So the high las into the same guy.
Yep.
The small stuff into the
middle.
Nurgles there. So high las. So that's a sustained D3 as well.
Ooh.
There's so much sustained in this army.
Nasty.
Casino cannons. Strength 12, so 3s.
Yeah.
There is 4.
Ouch.
I feel like he might be dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's well and truly dead.
Does he blow up?
I will roll the damage just in case I completely whiff, right? Okay. No, he's dead. He's well and truly dead. That's 15 damage.
Very, very good. Ouch.
And then the bolt cannons into the Nurgles. So that's 1 sustained.
Yep. These also are marked ones, so they +1 hit and wound here. Because they were the ones you did at the beginning.
Yeah, so with 2s. With a twin link. Strength 6, your T5, right?
T6.
Oh, T6?
But you wounded anyway.
Yeah.
5 and 4. 4 ups. 2 damage.
2 damage, good sir.
1 is down to 0.
Oh. All right, let's go to the land fort, because why not? Let's hold the land fort for the moment. Let's go to the buck squad at the back here.
Yeah.
So let's do the 2 normal dudes, they're normal guns. So they'll be hitting on 3s. Cool, and we're strength 7 on our main gun, so this will be 2s because you're double judged. So that's 4. AP you don't care, but 2 damage each.
4s.
Wow, cool. It's going to be like that, is it?
Hey, you still got a whole unit of concussion balls.
Oh, there's a lot more coming at you. Whoop, whoop,
I'm
dice down.
probably going to be dead, but I'll give it my best
This is
go.
the high las.
Yep.
So same unit, just a slightly different gun.
Yeah.
Which
Very
does
nice.
have sustain, so 2 will go back in. And this is strength 6, so this will be 3s.
Ugh. 2 damage each.
1 damage this one, so what's that? 3, 6, 9.
4 ups. 1 is dead, 2 is dead,
See
2 and
if
a
I can
half.
strategically reach for that dice with my toe without chat noticing that I'm just doing my morning lunges,
Yeah,
guys.
the morning lunges, yeah.
What, don't you do morning lunges?
Always.
Must be an Australian thing. All right, so their shotties won't be in range, which is happy days. That Saji fell back, so he's doing absolutely nothing. We're going to go to the land fort.
Steiner, you really need to enable those memberships. I've told you twice now. You keep missing the memberships. Come on, man. For some reason, sometimes on YouTube, some people's accounts, the memberships are automatically disabled, so you can't be gifted something.
Why would that be a feature?
Who knows? YouTube.
No, I don't want free stuff. Thank you, though.
I think it's mainly to do with child stuff, because if a child goes to a new page, you know, let's say like a gamer that has all this locked content that is like, you know, swearing and whatnot, and then they get gifted a random membership, and then they're like, oh, now I can watch it, and then you shouldn't be watching it. That's probably what it is. So Steiner, I know you're a child, but I'm telling you, please, come on, man. Give some membership, get some memberships in there.
Turn it on. Is he actually a child, or you don't know?
No, he's a very large German man. He's fine.
Oh, really?
He's not a child. Yeah, he's okay.
All right, so lead fort. How many steps? I got 2. You're full 9 away. I don't need to worry about overkilling. I'm already on the point. So let's spend a CP for me, please, good sir, to give... actually, no, let's leave it. I've got sustained on half the guns anyway.
Yep.
I won't bother.
Cool.
Big gun on top.
Nice.
I'm definitely within 12, so there's no sustain there. That's fine. And then 2s. So 2 wounds. Flat 4 damage.
1 dice.
We then have the bolt cannons. We drop 1, but there is a 6, so sustained. So she goes back in.
Yep.
Strength 6, so 3s with twin linked.
Okay.
And twin linked. Cool. So that's 5.
2 damage
All
each.
2 damage each. Yep.
1 is dead.
Oh, he's getting the 4s out. He's coming out with 4s.
Flick of the wrist.
And then the meter.
Yeah.
Drop 2. Strength 7, so this will be 2s.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 1s. There's 2 more.
4 ups. We're okay.
He loves it.
Okay.
All right. So I'll do the berserkers. We've got 1 in direct. I'm going to put 1 into each. So
Yeah, just to slow me down.
just to try and slow that unit down. Actually, do I need? No, let's put both into that unit.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put both there.
Into the bile piper unit.
Into the biopop. So D6 plus blast. So that's 3 and then 2.
These are also marked because you marked both plague bearer
I
units.
assume, good sir, that they are 10 or more.
Yes, they're
So an
11.
extra 2 for blast. Cool.
So 4's hit.
4s.
Okay. I am hit.
That's all I need.
Yep.
We have strength 5.
T6, but plus 1 to win.
So 4s. Just the 1.
A 5 up in Votann. We're okay.
Beautiful. And on a 4 up,
Oh! All right.
it's the rigged dice chat.
Yeah. Escaped.
That was to
Unscathed.
slow the unit. For those that don't know, it gives -2 to the move characteristic, -2 to your advance, and -2 to your charge roll.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. I think, my friend, that's all my shooting. No one else can see. The bikes can't see down there because I'm pretty sure that thing's in the way. Oh, I'm going to let you have a look at that line, man.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to let you have a look at that line.
I'm gonna say 2 can.
Okay,
Yeah, these 2. One with the extra gun.
cool. So we'll do the 2 there.
Are they ranged like 18 or 24 or something?
24.
All 24?
Shotties are 12 or something ridiculous like that.
Okay,
But it's
yeah,
all
they're both
24. Yeah, cool. So we'll do their main primary gun, so 3s. Just some extra pew-pew into you. Not sure we need it in the end, but okay, no wounds there. And then the
Cypher
highlights.
kills. Did Sean use the D6 plus 1 attacks from the moles? Yep. He just tried to do that.
That's what I was, yep.
He wounded 3 times or something, or 1
4
time.
wounds there.
I passed it. 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
1 damage.
1 damage.
1 is killed.
Because 1 more.
No.
Alrighty, my friend. I know, I was rolling lots of dice fast. My apologies, I'll try and slow that down.
This is for the marked objective. Just to keep everyone,
Yeah, cool.
savvy.
Didn't really need to go there, but oh well. things have been done.
Also
All right, my
this
friend,
one.
that is all shooting. Let's go into charges. So look at the berserkers into there.
Very
Let's
good.
see if we can finish them off.
Yeah.
On a
An
7,
8.
8.
Now, just to let you know,
You can heroic.
I can't, but if you end
Oh,
within
okay.
6 of this,
I can't.
which you
not.
may have to make base, I don't know. If you end there, anything within 6 of that, you will have to take a battle shock test.
Just a battle shock test?
Just a battle shock test.
Does that affect anything? I've got extend battle lines already, so it doesn't affect it, does it?
Not really.
No, that's
Just
fine.
to get more attacks in.
I'm not doing any extra strats or anything like that. More attacks in.
As in, like, if you want more attacks, then you can maybe take a battle shock. If you
I rolled
do,
an 8, right?
yeah.
That's still there. Yeah.
If
no,
you do
I don't think I
fail-
can avoid it, right?
If you do fail it, you take D3 mortal wounds.
That's okay. We've got to feel no pain.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to bother trying going up there and tag these guys. We're just going to run around. Oops.
cool. So ending within 6 or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's unavoidable. I think because of such a high roll.
That was the game plan, that you kill enough that you have to like charge and then get within range of these things.
Yep.
That's how generally you can like use this unit to like rapid and then stop people from stealing stuff or heroic or whatever else. So it's quite good. Quite nice. Wish I had Nurglings
Cool.
there for some -1 hit, but even then I'd have to heroic them now. So
And there's no other charges going in, so I forgot the wound counter. Move the wound counter.
yeah, one is on 1.
One of them got a wound.
Yes.
Throw that in there. You were going to force me to battle shock now?
A battle shock, please, at -1.
What if I don't want to?
You can't make 3 in a row.
Turns out I can. I laugh in the face of your entire army rule.
That sucks.
All right, so there's going to be a lot here. So it is 3 attacks each plus an extra 2 for the big base. So we have 30, what's that? 32 attacks? That's math? 3 attacks times 10, that's
yeah.
30 attacks plus the extra 2 for the big bases.
32.
Yeah.
Are they all
How
exactly
many dice have
the
you given
same?
me?
Are they, does the damage change?
It's all flat 3 damage.
And the AP doesn't matter?
AP is irrelevant. We're going to be hitting you on 3s.
Are they all like strength 9 or something?
All strength 9 with +1 to wound.
So just do them all.
So it'll be 3s and 2s.
On
Yep.
all of them.
3, 6.
That's 20, it should
9,
be, unless you've lost a dice, sir. Under the
10.
table somewhere.
3, 6, 9, 10. Yes, that's 20.
This is 12 right here.
Oh, we're mixing dice. This is also a big no-no if you believe in superstition. Watch this whiff. Have you ever seen so many ones in your life? All right, so we need... Oop.
Curse.
3s.
Curse dice. Yeah! The curse continues. If you're already a member, it's probably different since join becomes C perks. Woohoo, just came back from a game with basically the same Votann list. Rock and stone, says Florida Poe. Nice.
Yeah,
Rock
this
and
list has been doing the rounds in circles, right? Like, there's a lot of people wanting this one now. And 2s.
Twos. Oh, that's a fair amount of ones.
It's a lot of ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good stuff.
4-ups, I see. How many models do I have left in the middle there?
You got 3 normal dudes, and then you've got the big guy in the
So I need a lot of 4-ups. 4s. I don't think that's going to happen. So that's dead, and then he's very dead. It could have almost happened with the rolls that you had, but my rolls were also bad. So.
It balanced out in the end.
Yeah, they're dead. Sadness. That is your marked token unit as well.
Yeah, which means I get bonus CP at the start of next turn, which is lovely.
Nice.
And we'll just smush more onto the point like that.
That sucks. I really wanted my extra CP from Epidemius, but that's okay.
Cool.
Nice.
That good so is turn.
Very good.
So we'll just go bring it down for bonus CP.
Very good. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that you actually drew bring it down. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Love that. And then the other one that you had was
Extend battle line, so I do get that one.
so up to 12 there, and then you'll go up to 4 command points in my turn. I'll go up to 1. Also, that was turn 2. Oops. Now we're going on to turn 3. Oops, forgot to move this as well. I'm doing so well today, chat. I get an extra 10 primary up to 20. No extra bonus CP. And let's see what I can do with a whole 1 command point. Let's do it. I shall draw Storm Hostile would be amazing. And I don't know.
It's going to be back in a second.
Oh yeah, do go do your thing. Storm and, I don't know. What do I want, chat? Maybe...
Doing something bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go with, I've already got secure, I've already got extend, I've already got containment. That's all pretty good ones. Defend, let's go with defend. And then that wouldn't be too bad. Let's see how we go. So I get Cull the Horde, I can't do that. So I will redraw that into area denial. Okay, that's possible. And establish locus. I can actually do that. I don't know if I want to do it, but I can do it. So Cull the Horde is gone. The other one I get is area denial and locus. Okay, locus is going to be annoying because I don't know if I can actually get there, and at the most it's going to be 2 points. So at this stage, it's probably going to be a discard at the end of the turn for a command point, just because I don't want that. Yeah, and then the rest of it is mainly just going to be, can I shoot berserks to death? And then I think mainly I'm just going to charge the car over here and just really wrap him into his deployment zone as much as I can. Those Nurglings of Beasts are just going to move forward and probably just kill the bikes over there. And then the only other thing I have to be really careful of is bikes can uppy downy. And in this turn they can go into my deployment zone, and I have nothing left in deep strike. So something is going to have to guard my home objective, which is a pain. And I don't really have any small units left to do it. So as long as this is all going to be screened 9 is the game plan. And I don't have that much stuff to do it back here. And I really don't want him to land a unit of bikes. They can't rapid, so at the very least they actually can't, they should not be able to take my objective here. 10 on. Yeah, so they actually can't take this objective, and then I can kind of turn around and kill them if he comes back here anyway. The best he can do is get established locus or behind enemy lines, which I think is fine if he's going to sacrifice 6 bikes to do that. And we'll wrap this other unit here as well so that they can't go anywhere. So I think that's the game plan, and we're going to move forward and do stuff. The only other thing I need to do is battle shock something. And I think it's going to be the dudes in the middle. So a battle shock at -1 in the middle. When you're ready, sir.
Come at me. I'm not worried. Did I pin that on right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah?
You're good. 4 in a row. Can you stop?
It's your dice too.
I know.
You've only got yourself to blame.
All right. This guy is going to move slightly further back, still on the objective, just hidden away as much as he can.
Area denial, eh? And locusts.
Yeah, area and locus.
Come to the middle, apparently, the cards are saying.
I know. Yeah, I don't want to do that. You know what I might have to do as well is put this guy just down here, still behind the wall-ish, but just to block out 9 bikes from landing in this corner.
Yep.
Or 6 bikes, I mean. We're going to move this grinder. He is within 17 of this thing, the Sagittor, for potential charge. He moves 8, so 17 minus 8 would be a 9-inch charge. I do have an inch for engagement range, but I probably have to deviate my movement at least 1 inch to go around this wall.
Can he do the through wall strat?
He could, but I don't want to do that.
You've only got 1 CP, don't you?
Yeah, only 1. So I'm going to try and just get a 9-inch charge probably just over here, and otherwise he's just going to move forward and shoot something. So he's just going to move in a direct line over this way. Yep. Basically like that, and then maybe we'll move a tiny bit further back, but then just kind of go in a straight line to make base contact with the car. Yeah, and then really it's the plague bearers in the middle that are going to be a bit of an issue here. So we'll move this guy out 8 inches, or 7 inches I mean, over to this way. Could make a charge on them in a minute. We'll move these as well 6 inches over here. Stay behind the wall as much as I can unless I make a charge. We're going to advance this unit of Nurglings. They are going to transition to becoming my unit that guards my backfield. They get a 4, so they can move 9 inches.
Brave Sir Robin.
Run away! Hey! So they're going to string out just over here. Just be annoying.
Lovely.
Nice little token. Yeah, we're going to move... so I'm going to move this one over here, mainly just to get some flamers on these things and also learn up stuff. And we're going to, I think, move this grinder off of the objective here. Just sit him out half of in the wall.
Yeah, cool.
Mainly just to Oh, excuse me. Mainly just in case you draw overwhelming force. I still have my stuff here. You could bank on uppy downy in the bikes and then getting a 9-inch charge onto some Nurglings and stealing my point that way. But then, even then, you take my point for 5, but then the grinder just turns around and kills them all.
Yeah.
So I think that's okay. We'll put this little lad here. That grinder's just going to have to go off and do his own shenanigans. And then the Bile Piper unit is really the biggest worry, because these have fight on death, don't they?
On a 4-up.
On a 4-up. That's rather nasty. Don't like that at all. And I also need to land some stuff.
Proton says the Sloppity needs to get near those bikes. Isn't he Sloppity?
He's Sloppity,
He's got some distance to get to those or to these.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Yep. It's interesting. Very interesting. And I have Rodigus to land as well. I think I just want to send the Bile Piper over that way to just be annoying and wrap everything up like a present.
Yep.
And honestly, I think that his best case scenario is being somewhere here, because there's a guy here, and you're owed me to fail 1 battle shot, which means he will instantly die. So I'm just going to do that. I think I could bank on making a big charge, or I could just burn a CP to make them move 10. So I think that moving 10 is probably the go, and then just charging stuff really, or just sitting him in the middle. We'll do that. We're going to move 10. They're going to go down here.
Cool.
So moving 10 over this way, like this, and then they're all just going to follow suit.
And they can charge after this?
They can. So ideally, we just basically charge into this and then just touch everything.
Touch everything up, yeah.
Touch it all.
So Overwatch is probably going to be obsolete, because I'm probably going to kill, I don't know, 3?
At most, yeah, probably. And then I can still touch everything.
Exactly. 10-man unit, it's not going to cripple it. It's not going to be game-changing.
Yeah, cool. And then my last deep strike is Rodigus. And I think he's going to go down here. He's going to go just like down here. Oops. Just there. So he's still lone up. He can see the middle, and he's within 12 of these guys as well, just to get his flamer going.
Lovely.
And I don't really want to put him on this objective, but you know, if bikes come down here, we can still do stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. Time for some shooting shenanigans. We'll start with the things that matter. Oh, actually, at the end of the movement phase. These are T5.
Yep.
I will make them T3.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then we're going to just rinse them.
Lay waste.
Yes.
Shoot sing.
So here is Rodigus's flamer. 2d6 flames. 5. It's okay. 2s to wound. That's a dev, and these are all AP3.
So I've only got a 6-up armor save, so everything's going to go straight through, and I'm going to feel no pains. How many damage is it?
1.
Just all 1 damage? So 5s. So that'll kill the dude on 1 wound, and then kills another one.
Excellent. Then we'll choose to do the Learn Upgrade and Clean 1. He'll flame into them as well. So D6 plus 3 shots. Only 5. 3s to wound, with strength 5. That's only 3. 3 more feel no pains.
Same thing, 1 wound.
All the same.
That's a wound.
Well. It's not going great. Cool, and then we'll shoot the other Great and Clean one.
The front one.
Sloppity gives +1 to move, right? He does. Yeah, so they actually move 11. But thank you. You're right. The other Great and Clean one. Okay, 8. That's a bit better. 3s. Ooh. Okay, so that is only 4 more. 4 more feel no pains.
Damage 1.
Yep.
Yep. So it kills that one. I'm going to put these 2 onto a big base.
Okay.
So it kills the dude at the front, and then the big base goes down to 1 wound.
Excellent. The Soul Grinder over there now, he will shoot everything into them too. So this is the big shots from the Soul Grinder, D6 plus 2. 6, so D6 plus 1, and then Blast, which I assume is only 1 now?
Yeah, just the 1
So
now.
D6 plus 2, as I said, 8. Perfect. Yep, hitting on 3s with lethals. These miss, 1 lethal, 2s to wound because strength 7. Okay, so that's 5. These are 2 each.
2 each.
Yeah.
All right, first one. Big base is dead. Second one.
He lives.
He lives on 1 wound.
Yeah.
So then the third one, are you keeping track of?
Yep, he's dead. Yep.
So he's dead.
Two are
so
dead
I'm now
so
going to go, that was the third one.
Yeah.
So the fourth one I'm now going to put on a big base.
Okay.
Takes 2 wounds.
And then one more.
And then the last one on the same big base, he's dead.
Cool. So I killed 2 big bases and an extra guy. And then we've got the main shots from the Harvester. So 3s, 2 hits and 2s, 2 wounds, AP 2, 3 damage each on these ones.
And there's 2 of them?
2 of them,
Cool.
yeah.
There's no one wounded at the moment. So first one takes a wound. Second one,
he's
dead. He's dead.
Okay. So how many are there left?
There is 3 left.
Interesting.
That's why Berserkers are really good. They're surprisingly resilient because of that feel no pain.
Yeah, that is really annoying.
Especially when you can allocate between the big base, who's got 3 wounds, and the little dude that's got 2 wounds. You can be really good with your, or janky, I should say.
We are going to fire this guy. Main shots into this guy here. Indirect there.
Yeah, cool.
So main shots, 3 shots, 3s, all hit. Strength 10, so 2s.
Yep.
3 wounds, AP 1, but you do get cover against this.
This was
And it's only
which
AP
dude?
1.
Sorry.
This is on the characters unit.
On my characters unit, how many did you go in again? Went 3.
AP 1.
So I am just going to have to quickly look him up just to double check.
That's fine. While you do that, I'll do the others. D6, 3 shots, so 4.
Yeah, so no invuln. I don't think so. Cool.
Nothing. The other one's completely with.
Sorry, the AP again, once more?
1.
1, AP 1.
You do get cover.
It's damage.
3.
So let's do the robot on a 4-up. He's alive on the same robot. He's still alive on the ultimate robot. He's dead. Okay.
At least now they'll have to take a battle shock, so I'm okay with that. But they are in their deployment zone, so they will not be at -1. Shadows. Okay. I think that's all my shooting. I don't think that Great and Clean One can actually fit his base in the middle to be able to charge this. I'm just going to put a finger here.
Yep.
Can I get him close enough? No, I cannot.
Wonderful.
So he's going to sit right there.
He's going to look menacingly at me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do have a couple charges. These will charge into the bikes.
Lovely.
Yes, just to stop them from moving.
Yep.
They can always fall back and do whatever they want, but you know, I'm just trying to tag everything.
Yeah. You just want to touch somebody.
I just want to touch something. Yeah, we'll go over here.
I was thinking of reach out and touch somebody.
Yeah, I think that was a tiny bit before my time, but I do know the song.
Probably the wrong audience as well.
No, 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that you nailed it. Okay, so the Plague Bearer's here. I have Area Denial, which is the most annoying thing because I really thought that I'd flame a couple more of them away, but now I'm going to have to just get rid of that entirely if I don't kill the middle.
Because the point's still mine. You don't get Area Denial.
I need to kill the unit. And I just don't think I will.
Are you locusting anywhere?
No.
Okay.
That's sad. That was a bad turn.
So if you don't kill them, you get 0 secondary points this turn.
Correct, yeah. That's not good.
You should charge the land fort. And then these guys over here.
So
the little devil on the shoulder.
It's so sad. I thought I'd killed him with shooting, but
touch everything.
Okay, this thing will try its 9 into the car.
Yep.
Let's see if I can.
To the car.
Hey! All right. That's good. That's good. We'll just sit him, as I said, like right there.
All right. So before you continue, am I within 6 of that? Or would you like to try and be out of 6 of that?
You are not within 6 of that. Not of my leg.
Not of your leg? Okay, cool. Sweet. Carry on.
Yes. Sneaky. I see it. Yeah, okay. I think I will just charge the Sagittor and the land fort and then just leave the middle, honestly.
Okay.
I think that like giving up the points is really bad, but
it hurts, doesn't it?
It does hurt.
But then you're committing an entire unit to kill 3 berserkers who will probably take some of you with them.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
I assume that even if you're battle shocked in the middle, you're still there in the middle. As in, if I battle shock you...
As far as Area Denial is concerned?
Yes.
I actually have the cards.
I'm pretty dang sure that
I'm pretty sure as well, yeah. I think it just says enemy models.
But,
I don't think, yeah.
Yeah,
if the chat can get to it faster than I can.
I'm just going to charge these 2 and give up the points. I only get a 3, which is a 4, so I do make it, but it's not by much. So we'll go We'll move him last, actually. Outbase myself.
Yep. So the battle shock requirement is on your units being in the middle, but not mine, just as enemy units.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm going to come over here and play with your toys.
How dare you?
Oh, chat can't see them. I'm in his spot, guys.
I'm doing all the things. Yeah, okay. We'll put the bar piper just within 6 of both this guy and this.
Beautiful.
Mainly just so that I can be annoying.
Yep.
This is my
Maximum
only charge that I need to pile in, so I'll just activate here first.
Yeah, cool.
And I'll just pile them in.
Because the rest are going to be relevant.
The rest don't matter, right?
Did you tag the champion?
Not the champion.
Okay.
You can heroic.
Oh, thanks, Steiner.
welcome.
So I really enjoy watching the game with Sean. A lot of thinking, and if this then that is going on, it makes me feel like I learn new stuff watching. Look, that's awesome, man. That's great to hear. I don't care about Jackson. It's more about I'm glad that I can provide that for you.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Steiner is he's a very lovable member of our community that loves to troll me all the time.
I also support trolling of Jackson, as much trolling as possible. Yeah. Yeah, I find, excuse me, sorry about that. Also, when watching some streamers, not all, when they explain their thought process, that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of streaming that happens, and sometimes they don't explain that thought process, and then you're not learning, you're just watching for entertainment, and sometimes that is wonderful because they are very good at entertaining. But I thought, yeah, I'm with you in terms of I want to learn. Let me in that brain. What's going on in your thought? Yeah.
My brain currently is saying you owe me 2 battle shocks, which you should both fail because...
I choose no.
Right.
I don't want to. Yeah, go for it.
can
Where are you going to make me roll these?
You can roll them in whatever order you want, but it's only these guys and the champion.
Okay. And it really doesn't, I mean, interestingly, because it wouldn't kill the Berserk Squad either.
No.
Yeah. All right, so we'll start with the Berserk Squad because that's not going to matter a whole lot,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
So they have battle shock.
That's the one you fail.
Get that fail out of the way.
I won't choose to do the mortals, I'll just kill one.
You'll just kill one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the mortals, I'll roll a 1 and then feel no pain as well.
Yeah,
So-
which they would probably survive. It'd be more sad Jackson. But
I
this
would.
is the one that you want, right? Can you kill in this one as well? It's not a once per turn, just anyone that fails. That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah! Get off my table, champion! Woohoo! That's so dumb.
It's a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross in that sense. I feel like it needs a caveat.
It's non-character.
Of non-character?
Yeah. Because you can kill the Triumph
Yeah.
of Saint Catherine, you can kill Ren Masters.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit strong, but yeah. Thank you, MH. Much love for playing Plague Legion. You're very welcome. So good. You guys voted for it. I didn't know what to play with Sean, actually. I was like, I don't want to be a bully and play something really gross, but
I had this chat
it's
of
turned
like,
out pretty
what
good
do you
so
want to
far.
do? And I said to him, what does chat want you to play? So I said, put it out to chat.
Yeah, it's his idea. It's
Let
worked
the
well.
people choose.
Right, so I'm going to put all my attacks that I can into the
Like
land
to
fort.
gently slap me with your sticks.
Yes,
It's
yes,
just
the land fort.
poke me.
So 2 have to go into car, the rest into land fort.
AP1.
AP1.
You got what, 30 odd? And you're winning on what, 6s? Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 3s with lethals. Lethal. That's a cock dice. Get rid of these. All that
2
stuff.
so far.
And 6s. 2.
Just the 2.
2 at AP1.
3 ups. And do a wound.
Haha. Little guys.
And remove a
These
dice.
hit 6s into Saji, nothing. Bile Piper into big land fort. 1 lethal, 1 hit. 6. No, 1 save.
The 1.
AP nothing.
AP nothing.
Oh.
Oh, where it mattered.
Sadness. Alright, well,
Slap you back.
yeah, and my only other combat is, oh actually I do have 2, but do your things. It doesn't really matter anyway, in terms of the order. I have no CP
No, it
anyway,
doesn't.
so.
Yeah. Cool. Saji,
Yeah,
you are double judged, so we will hit you. Are these lads extra T or are they just T5?
T5.
T5, so it'll be 2s to wound you. 3 wounds, because these were double judged.
5s. 1 dice.
Cool. And then the land fort. Missed you 4 times. 2 more.
My legs. 5 ups. You kill another one.
Did their judgment token come down with them? Before my brain
I don't
forgets.
know. It is somewhere. I will find it.
I've got spare.
Excellent. I think we'll move this guy. Very good. All right, into the bikes on the other side. The bikes.
AP over this side.
1, but devs.
I will Armor of Contempt that.
Okay, well, I hit you 4 times.
Please, good sir. Lovely.
That'll be 2 wounds at AP nothing.
So 4 ups. Take a wound. Okay.
2 damage.
2 damage?
Yeah.
You monster. Quite literally.
Yes. That's
Cool.
all I can do over there.
another back.
I will double check what I did with my list. Warp sword. Yeah, cool. So the soul grinder down here will go into this car as well.
Yep.
5,
he's dead.
5 big attacks. 3s. Okay. Strength is lots. 3s. 3 at AP 3.
6s.
Ooh,
It takes 2. What's your damage?
D6 plus 2.
Ooh, you could definitely do it. Not like that.
That is only 4 plus 3 is 7.
You have no CP.
How many attacks? How many wounds you got left?
He's got 2 left.
I have 3 more attacks. Hits all of them.
Okay.
Strength 8,
Okay.
so
The
5.
dream's alive. The dream's alive.
2 wounds, AP 1.
The dream is alive. Damage
D6
1.
damage.
D6 damage.
Yeah.
Extra attack that does D6 damage. AP 1. So these are 4s.
Rude. All right. It's actually probably a better thing because I don't have no priz. I don't have bring it down. And if you live, I don't get tokened. And now you have to take a battle shock as well. So it's probably actually a good thing that I didn't kill that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Let's run you over. Just the 1 hit. Doesn't wound.
Excellent.
Happy days.
yeah, these
I do have
things.
some bikes to do as well.
These things have the 5 attacks at D6 plus 2, and then an extra attack, 3 attacks at D6. And when you were playing them with Slanesh, before the detachment got changed, you could give them sustains, full rerolls,
Yep.
plus 1 to hit and
Okay.
wound, and it's pretty disgusting.
So were you running 3 of those or just the 2?
I only had 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't bother over there because we're not killing a beast and
No,
he's just going to heal
no
back
way,
up at the end of the phase.
yeah.
So he's done it.
That's it.
That's it.
I've done all my stuff. I get my no cards. I will discard both to go up to 2 command points.
Start of my turn.
No secondaries for me there. That sucks. At the beginning of your turn, you gain a CP and...
I'm going to go in a bonus. That's not a word.
A bonus?
A bonus 2.
Is it only 2?
We're in battle round 3.
Yeah, but you killed me on battle round 2. Is that how it works, or do you only get it now because battle round 3?
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Okay. Either way, you're up to 6 command points.
I'll go 2. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, cool. You get your 10 primary and...
Normally it's always just guaranteed turn 1. Because I just throw it out somewhere cheap and easy.
Kill something, yeah. Okay, so you may draw your cards and then you owe me a few battle shocks as well.
Okay, all right. Let's do some cards for maximum information.
Yep.
All right, here we go. First one. Upside down.
Behind
enemy
lines?
lines.
Okay.
Oh, I should have.
Do you want to up you down near the bikes? You can, I don't mind.
Is there actually legitimately a gap in there?
Yeah, you can definitely go there. 100%.
Because I keep forgetting it. That one I definitely can't do.
The only way I'm ever going to reach these bikes, chat, is if I allow him to go here and then just turn around and kill them. So.
Would I have done that, right? Like, it's hard to make the call now because
Oh,
of that.
I don't mind taking that, that's fine. Turn 3 and all great and clean ones are still alive. Damn, I should pay more attention. None of them have even taken any wounds. So, but I am losing a lot of assets elsewhere.
I think I will uppy this unit.
Yep.
But
That unit
probably
can't move anyway.
not. That one can't move.
Yep.
But probably not necessarily in the way that you think. But we will. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So the great unclean ones are alive because I just choose not to interact with them.
Correct.
That's pretty much it. And cleanse.
Cleanse and behind.
Because they are so stupidly tough.
Yes.
It will literally take a whole army to kill one.
Yeah.
And that's not an interaction I want to do. That's not a trade up. That is in no way favorable for me whatsoever. So if I can remove his assets, which is everything else, he's then forced to try and score points with his, 300 point? Something like that. He's big guys, right? So often when you're playing
You
against
talking
an
about the great
opponent.
unclean ones?
Yeah.
They're 250.
They're only 250. That's actually quite good.
Good.
When you're playing against an opponent who's got big key things like that, often it's just better to ignore them. Because they're going to do what they're going to do anyway.
They're slow, they're fat, whatever.
Unless you've got something particularly keyed into killing that thing.
Yeah.
So let's say, I don't know, Imperial Knight Armigers versus Angron, right? The anti-fly will destroy Angron, right? But at the end of the day, if Angron rolls 4-ups pretty well, you've wasted an entire turn of activations on nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas you can kill everything else, and then Angron has to go cleanse, right? or he doesn't score the points, in which case, yeah. So those are the sort of thoughts that you have to sort of give your opponent. So,
right, I think
you owe me some battle shocks to do for me.
Yes, I know. I think I'm going to choose the land fort again, mainly because
Now, do I have any natural ones?
Yes.
I do, but I do yours first, right?
Yeah. So
I do yours first before natural.
I think that we'll do the land fort.
And also I need to replace this because that can't be the judgment point, and this is literally one of the only ones that can be judge points.
Why can that not be a judgment point?
Because you do not control it.
Ah!
Yeah, you need to control it for me to be able to judge it, yeah.
Very good.
So where am I going?
Land fort, please.
Land
-1.
fort, -1.
Stop.
If only you held the middle.
I know. Yeah.
All right, next.
So now you
that
can
one?
auto pass, but you'll owe me one here at -1, there at -1, there at -1.
And that's all coming from...
Because you're within 9 of my
within,
units,
yeah,
so you're just below half and you need to take them.
well, this one is irrelevant.
Ooh.
7, so he is battle shocked.
Is he leadership 7?
Yeah.
Wow.
7 is the...
He'll take death from mortal wounds too. For 1.
Okay,
That's very annoying.
let's pop that there. And then I'm going to need
That
more
guy has
things.
2 wounds, doesn't it? The extra cog man?
The little dude, yeah. Now he can still heal flat 3. God. If you killed him, it would have been D3. So...
Yep. And then you got a Saggy here and the dudes.
Do the berserkers in the middle matter at this point? You know what'd be hilarious is burning the center objective.
And then I'm just standing there like literally looking at you going, please stop burning it, and I can't get there.
Yeah, a little bit.
That would be so infuriating.
Do I care about rolling for this one? I don't think I do. So let's roll this one. Cool.
Ooh,
He's battle shocked. Can you kill him?
3 up. Yeah.
He's dead. Does he blow? He does not.
That's a much better scenario there,
So
that it's dead, than me killing it, right?
Yep.
So that's
Because
good.
your army rule killed it, not that dude,
Yeah.
right?
And now the dudes getting out are now going to be battle shocked because they got out of a destroyed transport. So
What would I need them for? Probably not because of the whole battle shock thing, right?
Yes, and
Actually, you'd know the answer to that because this is never an interaction that has come up for me before. Because they get out of the transport battle shocked.
yep.
As this is the battle shock step of my command phase.
Yes.
Do then I re-roll for them to see if they stay battle shocked?
No, because they're not below half. And you only auto pass, you only unbattle shock yourself at the start of the command. So
there you go.
They're not on the field, then the transport fails, it dies, they get out, and you're still battle shocked.
There you go. See? Often, guys, you'll find that you learn these sort of like intricates when you play either the army that does all this janky shit,
against the army?
or against the army that does all this janky shit. Because my army doesn't do janky shit with battle shock phasing of the command phase, so it's not something I've had to specialize in, right?
Do you blow up, by the way?
I rolled. It was a no. My guys, yes. I lose one.
All right.
One guy dies.
Aha.
Let's remove
The last cannon?
CP, not the CP. Oh, he's a CP regen guy.
Nice.
By CP regen, if I spend a CP on them, I get it back,
Yep.
which is not going to happen.
Yep.
Is that it?
The dudes in the middle.
Oh yeah. Do I care about that one?
Yeah. And they are probably not within range of my battle shocking man anymore, so it'll
It
just be
actually
mortal
wouldn't
wounds.
matter as far as if it's like area denial, for example,
Yeah.
and to burn the objective.
You can do cleanse with them.
But if I get cleanse, I can do it with these guys, right? That's the thought process. So I think how many got? I got 6 CP. Let's spend the CP
All right.
to auto pass those guys in the middle.
Fair enough.
Because I think there's a few cards that could be useful that require them not being battle shock. Oh, I've got my cards here.
You already have it.
I already have them. I
Behind
have all the
cleanse.
information.
So you can cleanse there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could yeet them forward and get into your command. Oh, they've got to survive, don't they?
They ain't surviving
All right.
against those.
So,
Yeah.
I've got options now. So, we need to get behind enemy lines. We need to get cleanse. Still in my command phase. So, do I want to keep these cards or do I want something different? Behind enemy lines is probably something that I don't want.
Yep.
Because, like you said, yes, there is a drop there, but then they 100% die next turn, and for the purposes of what? Killing Nurglings? And cleanse we can already do with ease. So let's spend a CP because I have enough of it to redraw behind.
Nice. Fair enough.
All right, Cull the Horde.
Can't do that one.
I can't do that one? Yep.
Definitely no. And
Air Denial. Hey, we even talked about that.
you do have to kill that Great and Clean one to get the full points.
The big
though.
one? That's okay.
So, and that one hasn't killed anything or taken anything, nor is it on any objectives. So.
No, I think we ignore him, and I think we stick to the plan that we talked about. We're going to put them on the side, and we're going to start burning the objective. We're going to hop right in this corner over here,
Yeah.
and we're going to start burning that objective
You
in the middle.
rude boy.
Because you've just got those 4 big guys, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. So we can get over here, and we're just going to do this. Oops.
But no cleanse there, though.
Oh, yeah, actually, good point. Cleanse. Do I want to cleanse or do I want to burn? Oops.
2015
Can't get there
Nissan
to
Ultima,
cleanse.
2.5 litres. What a name! My
Yeah,
TTS
okay.
Plague Legion army is very similar setup. Tried Plague drones, but never felt worth it. Yeah, someone asked me actually earlier about that, and I kind of missed it, my bad, about the drones. I did have a unit of 3 in here originally, and I think that they're actually really good at allowing the army to get output. For example, the reroll wounds here would have actually been a little bit better. I maybe would have killed the unit if I had the drones shooting. But for 110, they're pretty expensive. It's like 15 wounds with 5 ups. They move 10. They can't use the Plague Bearer strat to do anything, and then they can't move through walls either. So I don't know. I think maybe having a single unit is worth it. And I'm feeling it kind of at the moment. It might be worth it to drop a beast from each of the units, because I end up spending the 2 CP on them anyway, and then it never makes a difference. So I kind of trap myself by spending the 2 CP on something I don't want to use. And having a single beast is easier to hide, still a scout unit, still blocks for deep strikes and all that stuff, and can still do actions like containment and whatnot as well. So probably having just 2 units of 1 is better, and that saves me 130 points, which I can then spend on the plague drones as well. And then with the remaining points in my list here, I'm bang on 2,000, so I'd have an extra 20 points. So I might be able to squeeze some points out elsewhere. Like I could drop a Poxbringer and then take a lot more Nurglings, for example, or something like that, and then just have a Poxbringer in somewhere early, or I could drop the unit of 3, giving me an extra 35 points, and then run an extra Poxbringer. So I have 3 Poxbringers and then a single unit of 6 Nurglings to basically infiltrate and guard my scout moves and do all my stuff as well. Yeah, so I'm trading 2 beasts, but I get an extra Poxbringer. I'm trading 2 beasts and Nurglings, but I get an extra Poxbringer and drones. I think that that's probably better. And then the drones can do my actions. I still get an action unit, and I can get rerolls as well. The rerolls are just so invaluable. I don't actually know about this having this extra Great and Clean one as well. Having the second Great and Clean one, I don't know if it's worth it. I reckon that having the more castled approach, where you have a Demon Prince with the Droning Shroud who has stealth, I think is actually better. Because then it makes your whole army both lone op 18 and also stealth. And having the stealth is like really good. Imagine stealth against this army. Everything would be hitting me on 5s.
Yeah,
so
stealth would be gross here.
Be
For me.
pretty nuts. Yeah, and then you still get a Demon Prince that can do shenanigans, and he's small, he can fit into gaps, he's got 3 up in Bond and for a phase as well, and he'd become T12. You know, like a Demon Prince that's T12 near a Great and Clean one is kind of disgusting. So, yeah, maybe it is probably worth instead of another Great and Clean one. Had a game against the Demons 2 hours ago with Necrons. Nice. Figurin Stubser. That's a hard name to say. Proton says, they're worth it to push up either flank, in my opinion, but yours is stuck behind a gap. They can't get through right now. Do you mean all my Great and Clean ones? Yes, and that's mainly because I'm playing cagey. If I was versing an army that was a lot more melee and I had, you know, it was a more team style list, then I would push up each flank because I wouldn't worry about getting shot. But I don't really want to lose my stuff to just mass firepower shooting. So I am playing a bit cagey, just to try and score points, but you never know. It's a close game at the moment. Right now I'm winning by 6. So yeah, and I still have everything alive that I really care about. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Bloodthirster, 2 Great and Clear ones, 2x3 Screamers, 2 Plague Bearers. I assume that was Incursion then. I actually prefer Droning Shroud on the Great and Clean one and Fondest Wars on the Demon Prince. Yeah, to each their own. You can swap and change. I like having the Shroud on the Prince mainly because he's small, so you can actually fit him closer to the front line behind a wall and then extend the aura of stealth and lone up to something like a Poxbringer who's out on the open objective, whereas you can't do that with a Great and Clean one. And also the Great and Clean one being so big means that you get the extra AP at all times. So you can be careful with your defensive buffs on a smaller model and then really aggressive with your offensive buffs on a bigger model. So yeah, I don't know, to each their own. It's your choice. Yeah.
All right, so we've done a whole bunch of movement.
Yes.
Can you spend another CP for me, please?
I can, yes, down to 3.
For my land fort to fall back, shoot and charge.
Yes.
So let's line the wall so we're on the way there. I don't think we're actually going to move that far back. I think we're going to sit there. You are going to fall back. So theory being is what we've got. We've just used some body bags to deal with him for the moment, just to block him out. Just from a movement perspective. Fallen back with this Sadgy here. We've fallen back so he can shoot down there. And because I've got plenty of CP, I can also then tank shock if I need to. I've pulled this guy back here so he can actually heal him flat 3 whilst we can still do that because those little bros alive.
Disgusting.
So I just move back here for funsies and extra shooting. I've got these guys out for extra guns just to deal with this blob here. These guys will cleanse.
Yep.
And this land fort will cleanse here. And the bikes have come down here, so they've also got a line down there and also on the beast if we need it. But these guys are going to get out to try and deal with the beasts.
Yes, I like it.
And I think that's it. And the bikes over the far corner have fallen back just because they needed to.
Yeah, cool.
There's no point. I thought about flying the bikes over your beast to try and pick up the Nurglings, but because I was so strung out, I'd only get like the first 2 bikes over and then coherency would probably be broken.
Yep.
And it wasn't worth the effort, I think, to try and do all of that, Jack.
Cool.
So here we are. So
ready.
Let's do it. So let's start with the small arm stuff. Let's go with these little lads down here. And there's going to be 2 guns and they're going to have the exact same everything except for what they hit on. One will hit you on 4s, one will hit you on 3s because it's normally 4s and 5s.
Right.
Because one's a heavy,
got it.
But because they're always moving, technically it is one is rapid fire and one is just straight 6, which is why they're doing this. But it's a lot of unnecessarily, right? We're going to roll some dice. So this will be hitting on 3, obviously shooting into lads in the middle. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Cool. And then this one will be hitting you on 4s. Cool. And there was no sustain at all, but that's okay.
Nice.
Strength 5. You're just T5?
T5.
So 3s because you're double judged. There's 3, good sir. AP you don't care, but all just 1 damage.
You kill 1. I don't think any was wounded.
I don't think so either.
No, so 1 is dead.
Cool. And then there's just 2 normal little guns in there. Both hit, strength 5, so 3s. Just 1 wound, just 1 damage.
Okay, 1 is down to 1, and 1's dead.
Cool. And we're going to rinse and repeat with this squad over here.
Very nice. Question for you.
I'll maybe provide an answer. Go.
Okay. That's such a teacher response.
Isn't it?
I have a question. Yeah, okay, you just asked it. So.
Hands down, hold questions till the end. Yeah.
Your appraising glare is what marks the objective?
Correct.
Who had that relic?
Him.
Okay, so it wasn't the Smashing Man who's dead?
No, no, it's him. It's always him because he normally, because Smashing Man, you want to be able to yeet forward and not worry about him dying as much, right?
Cool.
Yeah. So this one is on 3s.
Very good. Yep. Nice.
Cool. And then this one's on 4s.
Stubbser says, what do you think on Epidemius? Honestly, in this detachment, auto include, he's like so good. 80 points. If you have the model, use it. And also, I will do a battle report, but in German, as in you will watch one. I have some interesting news about my channel as well. We just kind of got auto dubbing enabled. So it's only for videos and only videos that I release from now on. It doesn't affect anything that's already been released. But the video that's coming out next Saturday, and it's already out for members, you can go and watch it in any other language now.
That's cool.
The AI automatically dubs me and keeps all the backing music and everything as well. It's really weird. So you can watch me.
Can you choose the voice that you get dubbed with?
I don't. I can't.
Wouldn't that be great?
But yeah, you can watch me in like
fun with that.
German, Indonesian, Japanese, French, Spanish, Italian.
So if I just throw out some like really like bogan Aussie colloquialism, see if it can handle translating that.
I don't know. So I mean,
yeah,
Adela.
nah, or a nah, yeah. Just see how it
Yeah.
goes. Yeah.
So far, Adela is fluent in Spanish, and we watched it in Spanish, and it was perfect.
Wow, that's
Even
impressive.
with things like names as well. Like I could say
AI's doing it. It's
the
great.
changeling in this detachment, and it would be like in this detachment, and
Oh,
then say in
grammatically
English the
correct.
changeling,
Yeah,
and it would
cool.
do it for you. Yeah, it's insane.
That's great. 5 wins for you.
All right, 5s.
All 1 damage.
2 are dead.
All right.
Dead. This guy's on a win.
Gonna go to this bike squad.
Yep.
And I'll probably just pick up the rest, right? So
Probably.
1 bike, 2 bike,
Are they all within 24?
3 bike, 4 bike, 5 bike, 6 bike. Don't ask me questions. Actually, probably not now anyway. That's probably changed.
24 is here.
So does that get 1 or 2? That's the closest guy? Is
Yep.
that on him?
Yep.
All right, so I get 2 bikes.
Nice.
Hang on, maybe the 3rd one. Yeah, 3rd one over here. So 3
Very
bikes. Okay. That's okay. There's more guns to bear from me too. 1 bike, 2 bike, 3 bike. 3s. And drop that one. Cool. Strength 7, so 2s, because you're double judged. That's 6 wounds, my good sir. All 2 damage.
6 wounds. 4 are dead.
Cool.
That's all of them except for the character.
Okay, and then just the high lads from that squad. Or 2 high lads, I should say. Miss.
So much damage.
1 sustained.
So much damage.
There's a lot of guns, isn't there? That's a strength 6, so this will be 2s as well, right?
Yep.
3, 6, 9. All 1 damage though.
Okay, I'm going to drop stuff on the floor.
Drop dice.
5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's dead.
You dead? Okay.
My enhancement, no. But he did kill a character before he died. I'm okay with it.
He definitely did the thing he was meant to do, right?
Whoop.
Take my token, put the token over there. All right, so let's do some shooting.
Yeah.
So my berserkers will put actually both grenades into the Nurglings.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to be extra slow Nurglings.
How do you know that? You might fail.
That's if the last there's 6, man.
There's 6.
He's getting blast.
Yeah.
If the last shooting sword is anything, that is a possibility.
Yeah.
4s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And strength 5. So what's that? 3s?
3.
2s? Because you double
Plus
judged.
one win, yeah. 5.
So that's 5.
6s. You kill 1 exactly.
Hey. And
Are
are
they
you
slowed?
slowed? Hey.
Aw, sad.
I've got a
Okay.
token.
Dead. Nice. 2 tokens.
It's the little
So
grenade
it's
launcher.
-2 to
on
move
its
and
sideways.
-2 to advance?
-2 to the advance roll. So technically, like if you roll it can't be below 1, right? So if you roll a 1 or a 2, you're still getting the 1.
Okay.
And then -2 any advanced charges. I don't think you're probably going to do anything with those anyway.
But is it -2 to move and advance? So if I
-2
advance,
to your
it's-
move characteristic.
Yeah, and
then
-2 to the
-2
advance
to the rolls of advance
So
in
it's
your
like
charge.
-4.
In theory, but if you roll
A 1.
a 1 or a 2,
Then
then
it's
it's still going to get the 1, right? So
Still annoying. That's very
yeah,
annoying.
it's wonderful. Back when Terminators were a thing, and they're moving 5 inches. Cool, your Terminators are moving 3 inches now. Oh, you want to advance them? Oh, cool, yeah, -2. Remove you from the game, good sir. All right, so I've got 2 big things in the middle. So I guess we're going to shoot at your big things in the middle.
Yes.
So 24 inches. So we're out of, what's that? That's a Sagi. Is that on touching old mate's claw?
Yes.
All right, so everybody's in range, so that's happy. I think we just shoot your Soul Grinder. How do you feel about that?
Sad.
Yeah? That means I'm doing the good, that means I'm doing the right thing. All right, so we'll start with Sagi at the back.
This is the one that's also double marked as well, by the way.
Beautiful. I love to hear that. So we're going to hit you on 3s with the high las. And okay. So that's both sustained D3.
Yeah, don't roll another double. Oh my god.
So-
no, don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll roll and then I'll tell you a story.
Strength what?
Strength 12.
T12.
Your T12, so
Yeah.
4s to wound you. 3s
threes,
to wound you
plus
because you're double judged.
Okay,
So I'll drop
3 twos,
3.
I'll take it.
So that's 5 at AP 3.
4s?
Okay. Do you have any CP? You got a CP?
I have 2.
It's D6 damage each.
No. You weren't supposed to do that.
No, I know. That's how this rolls. There is a land fort still to shoot after.
I know. Oh. Yeah, God.
So whilst you're thinking, I'll tell my story.
Wait, hold on.
Because this
Was
is
that this thing?
That was that one, yeah.
Is he within 18?
Of who? Oh, is he low knob?
Yeah, he's got this thing.
Oh, hell no. He's just barely on 14.
I'll take that back.
Okay. All right. I rolled all my hot dice for nothing.
Yeah! Yeah. I mean, is he within 18 of this thing, though? Yes. But then, how many 3s to wound did you roll? None?
I genuinely have no
'Cause I'm
idea.
T13.
Is your armor save the same?
Yes, it's all the same.
So do you want to just remove 1? I genuinely don't remember how many 3s.
I'll take it. I already rolled my 4-ups, so
This is damage.
I will CP one of the wounds.
Okay.
4 up. Okay, so
Cool.
2 have gone through on the Great Claim one.
All right.
All right, that I can handle.
7 damage.
Okay. Woo! All right, and then
So it's one of the things that I don't.
Okay.
It's a mechanic I don't like because of that casino cannon aspect.
Yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
It creates a very much feel bad moment for both players.
Yeah.
So, this is what, like a 90-point Sagittar, 100-point Sagittar. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And then is it one tap a Soul Grinder?
Almost one shot Canis Rex. So playing against a Imperial Knights player, Canis Rex was brand fresh, nothing damaged, and I'm like, okay, my thinking being, I need to start chipping you down somewhere.
Yeah.
So I rolled a hit, 2 6s. Sorry, man. Sustained D3, another 2 5s and
6,
6s. Okay. When all was said and done, after he failed his saves, which was really bad rolling as well, 23 damage I did to Canis Rex from a little Saggy.
That's
right?
ridiculous.
That's a feel bad moment for both me and him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not healthy for the game. Like, the math obviously gets skewed, which is fine. I don't care about the math side of things, but that feeling of like, you just rolled 6s. Oh, you just rolled
Anyway, the little shots?
Oh yeah, his little shots. That's right, we're doing a thing.
Yeah.
So, it's just minuses, there's no...
This is so scuffed now.
What'd you forget?
It's not what I forgot, it's what you hit on. Your hit didn't matter, but you wounded. I said take 1 out. It wasn't 3s to wound him. It was 3s to wound him.
Would you like to start from the beginning and we just start fresh?
Let me take like 3 or 4 wounds off because I think he rolled 2 4s and I realized he's not tokened. The other one was tokened.
He's only tokened
so
to
that
hit.
would have been
He's plus 1 to
wound.
hit, but he's not plus 1 to wound.
Yeah.
I'm happy to start again
yeah.
or just remove it altogether.
No, it's okay. I'll take like 4 wounds back. I'll go up to like, what is this? That's 17. I'll take 3 damage.
Cool. I don't even know what happened with those dice on the tray. I rolled them for bolt cannons. I'm just going to say...
That was entirely my bad for forgetting. I was like, yeah, you're within range. Oh, wait, hold on. You're shooting this thing with that thing? Yeah, cool.
Yep.
My bad.
I even measured the thing as well.
My bad, entirely my bad.
He's distracted. It's
I'm
early morning.
cheatsy doodling. It's all me. Yeah.
All right, so...
Now the land
fort. So he's going to choose the Great Unclean One because he is not in range of the Soul Grinder.
Is he not within 18?
Actually, can you double check that for me, please?
He is within 18.
We're going to shoot the land the Soul Grinder. Because it's all going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll 4s and then sustain another D3
Yeah,
for you
just
each.
do it again.
Cool, all right. All right, I got one.
D3. Okay.
Another 2, all right.
Yeah.
We're only strength 10.
So 4's to wound
4s.
with the +1.
No wounds?
Okay. Oh, now I'm feeling much better about this.
Bolt cannons.
That was scary.
I'm only shooting at him because there's nothing else to shoot at, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What am I doing? 2 sustained.
Yep.
Pow. Strength 6. So it's going to be 5s to 4s, but we have twin learned.
At the very least, you actually got me to
5.
bonus CP there, so that's fine.
That's true.
How many was that for?
5.
5. What's the AP?
There you go,
of these?
115. AP 1.
Okay, and I
115 points.
You do ignore
Thank
cover
you,
with the
Proton.
land fort?
Land fort's ignore cover.
Okay, so
Well,
that's 6
it's a war gear. But yeah.
6 damage, I'm down to 8 left.
Lovely, jubbly. And then we have 6 mating. It's a lot of ones.
Wow.
Doesn't have sustained. Whoop, drop dice. Strength 7, so that does wound. AP 1, damage 2.
Perfect.
Beautiful. That's right. You have things in your army that care about AP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, only the soul rounds.
So that land fort's going to cleanse. We're going to cleanse in the middle. That's cleanse, cleanse. We'll get mini area denial.
Yep.
Charges.
That actually makes it a bang-on tie game. Exactly 38-38. You just got 6 secondary, so it is very close.
Berserkers into your frogs.
Beasts.
On a 3, it's a good thing they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's also nice to not overcommit, right? Just enough. Yeah, we get to there. Shimmy everybody in. With any pile in, I can get everybody there. Do I need to charge anywhere else? We're not charging you because that's ridiculous. Oh, I forgot about those guys there. There's more guns.
Which guys?
These guys at the front.
You can fire them.
That's all right.
They are all within 18 of the thingo.
I twisted my arm. Are you ready?
No.
We're going to do a lot of dice rolling.
Please don't
for
do
nothing.
like 40 damage.
3s.
Yeah.
Strength 5, so 5s. 6s?
Yeah.
6s. Take a wound.
4 up.
Ha!
1 damage?
1 damage.
6 up.
Yes! He did it. The mighty dwarf. Yeah, that's going to be the only charge, my friend. There's going to be another charges because no one wants to charge into combat or do anything. So
Very
let's get the
good.
berserkers over there.
The beasts.
So we're going to do all the dice.
30
and I
again.
needed another, was it 12 from you?
Yeah, here you go. What strength are these?
Strength 9.
Ooh, so 4's to wound.
Yeah.
And 4's to hit?
4's to hit and 4's to wound.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when you start to see when berserkers don't have tokens.
It actually, it's interesting.
They go down a little bit.
There's still a lot of dice.
It's a lot of attacks, right?
And they're 3 damage, so I should be dead.
That's the hope.
Yeah. Hope then pray that you don't roll that many 4's to wound and they roll a million 5-ups.
That's true.
You only need 6 to go through.
Just
Kill
6?
me.
All right.
4's. Ooh.
It's probably average, actually.
That is
Yeah.
8. Okay, so if I pass 3 of these, I do live.
Oh, you don't want to roll those? Okay.
No, I'm good. I like
Oh, he doesn't want to touch the dice?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got the other spiky dice. So 1 lives on a wound.
Cool.
That is very okay with me. This guy will die, and then I will do a attacks back.
We'll just do a good old-fashioned wrap as well,
Yes.
if we can.
Hit on 4's. Ho,
Don't even.
okay, I'm hitting on 4's. What, your T5?
T5.
Okay, it'd be 3's to wound. I'm gonna wait for you to see this roll. This is my grenade roll. Look at this.
Is this, it's the red dice?
Hitting on 4's.
Yeah, cool.
And then 3's with devs. That will be 2 devs and 2
three?
at AP1.
AP1, so it'll all go straight through.
So 2 damage each.
That's 5?
At 2 damage.
I'm going to pick up just an extra dice just to do it this way.
Okay,
so we'll go big base.
Yeah. First guy.
Takes a wound, or takes 2 wounds, I should say.
Yeah.
He's now dead.
Nice.
So 1 big base is dead. Let's go second big base.
Yeah.
Takes 1 wound.
Yeah. And then dead.
Takes 1 more wound.
Ah.
Yeah, 5 up for no pain. So he's
never
still
mind.
alive.
Yeah.
So you kill both big bases.
Okay. Honestly, that was way better than I thought would happen.
That was a lot better than I was
What
expecting
the
to do,
hell?
but that's okay.
Jeez.
I don't need to slow anything else at this point.
Woo! All right. What is the OC of a land fort?
5.
Ooh. I have some plans. Interesting.
Love it.
Nice. Was 1 wounded? Wasn't that 4 by 3 damage? So kill 1 and put 1 on 4 wounds. That you're talking about the beasts? They couldn't have been wounded because they heal to the full health at the end of every phase.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
Yep. I also haven't shot those at all.
Yep. Cool. That's all the melees.
That's turn, my friend.
You did your things. We are
I've
going
done
on to turn 4. It's very close.
That's what you want.
I go up to 2 CP, 10 primary. I will draw some cards here and see what happens. I want, who knows, Storm maybe?
I want you to get like action cards.
Yeah, I want
cards.
Storm and something else good. Bring it down. Behind me lines and recover assets. Damn it. It's not ideal.
Proton, can you do me a favour? Is that the exact... So Proton's written they peak, the Saggies peak at like 48 wounds. Is that the damage from the wounds? I would love to see the actual math of 100% maximum. If I'm rolling 600 on everything,
Yeah.
what's that?
I was doing the math on this on my Demon Prince of Khorne the other day because I realized you can actually like really spike him out.
Yep.
And so I'm testing him out. He can have, I think that the best you can have is the sweep profile, 20 attacks, sustained, so 40 hits. And then if you wound them all and get them all through, that is 5 damage flat on the sweep. Oh no, 4 flat on the sweep. So it is 80 damage out of 1 Demon Prince.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, just the casino cannon.
It's 160 damage. 160 damage out of 1 Demon Prince is the highest.
That's if you're rolling constant 6s.
If you have only 6s to hit, wound,
get the
save, no
right dice.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
These are my Demon Prince dice.
Haha! Yeah, that's the highest you can get.
Yeah, just the high las. If the high las hits, sustain D3.
Yeah, and
and
battle
then all the
shocks.
damage. Well, that's just simple math, isn't it? Right?
These will take a battle shock for me, please, at -1.
In your turn as well.
Yeah, because
it's all about
if
you.
I can
It's
clear
like it's your
them-
own show, right? No.
I was going to say, if I could clear them with shooting and the battle shock, then I can charge the car,
Yeah,
which
cool.
would be good.
The stubbornness of dwarves knows no bounds.
Yes, I know. That's so annoying.
2d3 sustained, so 6 attacks, max at 16 damage, so it's 48. Yeah, beautiful. But hypothetically, also 3 attacks plus sustain from the 12 damage from the boulders. Yeah. Thank you very much.
This guy's going to squeeze his fat.
And that's the sort of math, the sort of swing that I don't like in the game. Anything that yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it was a strat, right? All sustained guns go to sustain D3 or something like that, right? There's a strat already to give sustain to every gun in the unit, which is great for the bikes unit, but they haven't needed it this game so far. But yeah, it's not a... Yeah.
I actually just realised
Yeah.
I don't really need this to take this objective. If you were burning it, my plan was just to put his leg on here.
Yep.
So that then you couldn't burn it anymore. But I actually, if I go out here, I'll just probably die to shooting and stuff like that in the next turn. And
possible.
I don't really need him here. Because, yeah, he's not needed. I'm just going to move him last in a minute.
Yeah, cool.
And sit him back where he was. We're going to, can you roll me in advance with the red dice though, for the Nurglings, please?
And if I just outright refuse and just use...
I'll have to walk around the table.
I'll do it from the green table side. A 3. Okay, that's average.
So that's a
There's
1.
no real...
That's a 1 then, because of -2.
Oh, is that the Nurglings? Yes,
Yes,
that's a 1. Yep.
So, and then they move 5 minus 2 is 3.
So
So,
3,
they
so
move
you
4
move 4
inches.
inches.
That's disgusting.
It's wonderful. I enjoy that.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Proton. That was lovely. Always like to see that sort of stuff mapped out just as the ridiculous potential that can happen.
Very good. Okay, this guy paid a CP to move through the wall here as well. What do I want to do here?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Very, very interesting. I kind of want to just shoot these guys, but I don't really have a lot that can see them. And I also want to do my recover assets in my deployment zone and outside my deployment zone. So I think probably what we'll do is we'll move this guy 7. Actually, hold on. This has to move first because he can't move through the grinder, but the grinder can move through him because he's got a weird rule. Okay.
Yep. Go for it.
This grinder, I want him to be useful. He's going to squeeze his leg over the top of this thing to get to over here and just sit behind this terrain and just sit here and be annoying.
Cool.
Nice. And then you could definitely land bikes down here and then shoot me. And this is also the one that is double marked, which is a pain in my bum. But I don't know. I think that I think we'll just have to take that risk on that, to be honest. And then we'll move this guy down over here. Do I want to stop the middle? Yes, I do. I actually want to. I'll put myself right here.
He's going to go touch it.
Touch that. Have a good time. Yeah, I could also flame this car just for memes, just because I can. And then we're going to have Rotigus. He's going to sit here. Yeah.
Beautiful. Proton's thrown down a challenge or support for you.
Yeah.
He said he's been unit crunching ways for Jackson to take down a Hecaton. Nothing he has stands a chance in 1 activation, and he hasn't worn them down yet, right? No, he has not wounded. Or he's wounded this one in the middle by 3 wounds.
Yep. That's what you think.
No, 12. 1 wound. 1 wound. It's on 15 wounds. So it's taken 1 wound because it's constantly being healed, and that one is untouched.
That's what you think, buddy. I'll be fine.
He's got thought processes.
Yeah, look, it's not going to be amazing, but it's going to be something. Okay. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to sit myself just there. Okay, this guy's within line of sight and 18 of this guy, just to give him extra damage in the fight phase.
Yep.
And they're T5.
T5.
I'll make them T4.
Yep.
And then I'm going to make this thing, just for memes, I'll make that thing -1 toughness as well.
Cool.
That Soul Grinder can't move. He paid a CP to move through the wall. I think that thing can't really go anywhere else anyway. This is going to continue to sit my point over here. And yeah, we're going to... do I want to bring this back and then just shoot this thing? It's probably better, but then everything else might shoot me as well. I don't really know where to go with this. And I can screen out 9 bikes, or 6 bikes here, but 6 bikes over here is going to be interesting.
All right, he's found a way.
It should be fine.
Rolls a good tank shock, throws everything from the Soul Grinder into it, has about a 50% chance.
Yeah, should be right, mate. It's all good. Okay, we'll rotate this guy here, just so he's fully in the terrain anyway, so I can see through it, and I can shoot stuff or whatever.
We just need to put a tip out here, right?
Yeah.
And then you're happy days.
That's the one. I can't get any further there, so I guess...
Where's my math support, Proton? How do I bring down a Great Unclean One in 1 activation? Give me hope.
All right, so we're going to do recover with Rod, I guess, in my deployment zone, and this Poxspringer over here.
Yep.
Behind enemy lines I'm probably not going to get, but I'm not going to redraw it, and I'm down to 1 CP as well because I moved through the wall with my Great Unclean One. We're going to do some very small shooting.
Yep.
He's doing action. He's going to flame the car in the middle. Actually, if I shoot you, you can shoot me back, can't you?
If you are judged.
And he is not? But he's on the middle objective?
No, because that's the current judged objective. So he is happy away.
Great.
You can fire away, good sir.
Woo! So D6 plus 3 shots. So that would be 3,
Yes, go for it.
6s, nothing. Very good. That's good. This will fire everything into these little dudes here, so I can maybe clear them. Probably not, but
Really?
maybe.
Okay.
That's the best I can do at the moment. And yeah, we're just going to do that. So here is D6 touch plus 1, 2. Okay, hit 1, 3s to wound, wounds, AP 1.
5? Nope.
Very good. And then 3 shots direct. The dream is still alive, and now it is dead. So 2 and 2 wounds. Strength
2
10,
wounds.
AP 1. 2 saves.
AP 1. Let's go a 4-up on the leader. He's good. He tanks it.
Nice.
Actually, anyone would have tanked that
Solid.
on 6s. Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. That shooting over there can't do anything, so now it's time for the charge.
Cool.
Oh, actually, I do have this guy's indirect.
Was he not doing the action? Who was doing the action?
Here and Rodigus.
Beautiful. Yep.
Yeah. So he will try to bombard something. What do I want to bombard? Oh, and you know what I might do as well? Yes, just get his leg just within 6 inches as well of that Great Unclean One. So he's low-nopped. Yeah, what do I want to do with my bombast? I haven't got no prisoners yet or assassinate, so I think we're going to bombast the character man.
Yep.
See if I can just pip that one guy, stop healing wounds, and maybe I can kill him the next time.
Cool.
So D6 shots plus 1, 4 shots, 4s. Lethal 1 hit. My extra AP is gone, but that is 2 wounds at AP 1. You do get to cover.
I do get cover.
And you got to take him on that little guy first.
So 4-ups.
Stop it! That's so rude. Okay, that's it. Time for some charge.
Lovely.
So the big charge that we're going to try and do is this Great Unclean One.
Yep.
It's going to try and charge down onto this unit here.
Cool.
Within 8,
Help out, Mr.
I
Big.
need a 7, which is Nurgle's number. I'm sure he can do it. He does it.
You've got it already.
With a 10, and I rolled the dice
Throwing
all the
dice
way
into
into
the corner.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's kind of the guy that I am. I just force my guests to pick up my dice.
No, fair enough. I can reciprocate that if you'd like and just peg them around.
Please no.
Just hide all your dice. So at the end, I'm like, Jackson, you've only given me 1 dice.
Yeah, fair. Okay, that's pretty much it, except for the Soul
Soul
Grinder.
Grinder. Yep.
He's going to give it a go. I'll just charge this unit here.
Yeah, cool.
An 8. Yes. So, what can I do with that? I think I can go to like, excuse me, leg here. Yeah. So that if I do kill them all, I can touch this car thing.
No.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. We will do Rodriguez's buff downwind into the guys that I can see and within range of. So that Great Unclaimer will get +1 damage against them.
Oh, you pick my unit and everyone gets +1 unit. Yeah, cool. Yep.
And then we're going to just sweep them with all of my big attacks.
I love this journey for you.
Yes. And there is no one on a wound?
Over there? No.
No.
I think you killed everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Very good. And they are now
8 guys there.
T4. My sweep is strength 6, which is annoying. So still 3 to wound, but whatever. So here we go. This will be 12 attacks. Hitting here on 2s with lethals. Okay, so 2 missed, but a lethal.
1 lethal.
And then 3s to wound. Okay, so all of these, that will be 7. These are AP2, 2 damage.
2 damage?
Yeah.
7, you say?
Die!
2 damage each. All right, number 1. 1 wound.
Okay.
Number 2. 1 dead.
Dead.
Tanks it.
Now he fell both though, right? Yes. Yeah.
Dead.
Dead, yeah. Lives.
Takes a wound.
And dead.
Dead.
Okay, so I've killed 5, and they do have 3 more attacks. Hitting on 2s with lethals. Okay, and then winning here on 3s. That's another 3 damage each.
3 damage.
Yeah.
First one.
Dead.
Dead. Second one.
Dead.
Cool.
And
Oh, was there a third one?
3.
My bad.
Dead.
Dead.
So I killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There is 1 left alive.
Excellent. But the beast could do it.
But we get to fight you back on death. Fight on death.
Yes, okay. We may have to hurry this along. I'm going to be in trouble.
Only 2 of them get to fight in death after all that.
Excellent.
So those 2 will go into your beast.
Yes, okay, cool.
Cool. Only 2 hits. The dream is dead because I can't even kill you with that, right?
No.
So this is all irrelevant.
Excellent. The beast will attack him back. Watch this. 4s. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. So there's
Doesn't
1
wound.
alive. And I will sit in wherever I sit with that. I'll do my attacks with the grinder while we're here. The 5 big attacks. Hit them all. 2s. 4 at AP3 on these.
AP3, so that's just going to be the invulnerable. He's dead, and then the rest will die.
And then I will token myself there, so I'm on 1. And then I will pile into this guy as well.
So he can have
the
that. He didn't actually kill the unit.
No, he didn't.
That's annoying. Okay.
Yeah. And I will not pile into... Actually, I will pile into
Just
it.
roll the Sagi.
And I will go
Hits
here.
you 3 times. 1 wound from the Sagi. We're good.
All right.
And then that'll be your turn, right?
That's it. Okay, so no behind. I will discard that for a command.
Yep.
Take me up to 3. I'm doing recover, which should be pretty damn rough to stop.
End
me.
of your turn.
Yeah.
This bike unit will go up.
Yeah.
The other one will actually go up as well. They'll both go up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go up to 4 CP. You only get 5 primary.
What OC is big fella?
5.
OC 5? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Dad Mech says, I made it! Rock and stone! Yeah! Good to see you, Dad Mech.
Storm hostile and defense stronghold.
Okay.
So take an
Storm
objective.
is a great turn to draw this. That is insane.
So keep my own and take 1 from you that you control.
Yes.
Like the middle.
Like the middle.
I owe you some battle shocks.
Yes, and before that I have to
You
choose
do your...
something.
Yep.
Oh boy, what do I want to choose? The bikes are gone.
Yep.
I think I choose the Oh God, I don't even know. What did you draw? Storm and defend? Mm-hmm. Let's choose the land fort.
Land fort?
Yeah.
-1?
Yep.
Love it.
Damn it.
Anything else?
That's it. Oh,
That's it?
they have to take it and they have to take it.
So au natural will happen? Yeah.
Natural, yeah.
And
you've already auto-passed.
These berserkers there,
-1.
so I don't need it. 5.
They
How
are
many
battle
you gotta
shocked and take 3 mortal wounds.
Feel no pains.
One's
you kill
dead,
1.5.
One's a 1. There's 1 guy on a wound.
I'm going to need 1 more wound counter, sir.
Yep.
The lone guy over the far, he's good on an 8. And this dude right here in the middle.
He doesn't need to take anything because unless he's within 9.
His unit's below half strength.
But is he within 9 of the grinder's talon?
Oh, you're talking about the minuses.
Yes.
I think he's just out, good sir.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he's just normal.
Just a normal.
Yep.
How many SCP I got? 4.
You can't auto pass anyway because you already did. In the
Oh, I
middle.
already have, haven't I? Yeah. Thank you.
He's
All
battle
right, so he's battle shocked.
Damn it! On the turn, I needed it to die.
So he's battle shocked. He's battle shocked.
Yep.
And lone dude on the far is good. I've got 1 thing there. So all I need to do is just hold here, which is really just dealing with you, and take that from you.
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. All right.
Yeah. What would have been a smarter idea is
Sorry,
probably to start burning that.
OC5?
OC5?
Okay.
Yeah. I should have started burning it, but meh, whatever. As far as I can tell, if it, yeah, the conversion is 2.75 damage after all rolls and saves, not a chance. You need the berserks or run for your life. Nice. I scored a 6 spikes into a double judge, granting clean 1 to an average of 10 wounds.
Yeah, that's not wonderful.
Yep. So if you get all the
alright.
bikes shooting at that grading clean 1 over there, then it'll die.
Oops.
Ooh.
So
it's getting close.
From the
Just got
point,
this
we're currently
thing.
over 7, so I'd need from an 8. I need a 3 on the advance to get them onto the point. So do I want that? Let's advance
Why are you trying to
this
steal my objective in the middle? Just
unit
storm?
first. Yeah, storm.
Oh,
Yeah, just walk on the point. I don't need to kill you. I just need more AC on the point, right?
yeah.
So I'll start with those little warriors. On a 1. Where does 6 get me?
Dadmek says, how do you determine your terrain setup? WTC format or just random? This is a WTC layout. So basically you deploy it as is on the card that they show you. But in terms of picking which cards we play, there's a variety of different reasons. You can pick one at random. Generally, I try and pick one that's like fair for both players. Something that has like, you know, interactability depending on the armies that we're playing, which involves just having a lot of knowledge of the game and what each army does. And I never get it like bang on perfect, but try
You've
to
got
make
no
it fair.
more deep strikes, do you?
No.
No uppy downy. We're all...
No, all on the table.
So let's advance this unit back here.
Yep.
2.
But the reason why we did this one today is because there's an upcoming tournament next weekend on Saturday. Yeah, I just chose one of the mission packs from that one. So this is what one of the rounds would be, I think like round 3 or 4 or something. And I just picked one that I figured would fit a good time. A lot of them are really just not good to play for something like a Spicy Saturday that's more competitive. You don't want to play anything like the Ritual, Unexploded Ordnance, Terraform, Supply Drop. They're all kind of like meme missions that are just not used. So we're playing Scorched Earth, and Stalwarts just fit the bill pretty well as well. And the layout was okay, so I just kind of chose it like that. Yeah. That is without Ancestral Sentence. I don't think Unit Crunch do sustained. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I
He's
certainly
gonna heal
hope that it was off and the average is like 4 wounds.
Another dice, please.
Another token? Ugh. So many tokens.
Actually, scratch that. We're healing to full. That goes, because that's math. 6 plus 3
All right.
is 9. I can do math.
Excellent.
So I do have a big dude in my way.
Yes. Also, don't forget, yeah, he's got a single token. Yes.
Yep. How do I want to deal with you? Turn 4?
Turn 4. Bottom of 4. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Dad Mech. Thank you for watching along.
Well, we're not just going
What are we up to, by the way? Apparently, I've been given a cue card from off screen that I need to hurry up today's game. So we'll see. I'm going to a concert tonight, which will be sweet. I'm like really excited.
That's cool.
It's going to be for, it's like an orchestra version of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which would be awesome. So keen for that. Yeah, that unfortunately means we don't have too much time left. But that being said, chat, I think that we're on 26 memberships, was it? So we need 24 remaining to make today's quota. So, you know, help me out where you can, give some memberships. And someone in the chat watching along, if you have hands free, can you please tell me how many people have liked the video and how many people are watching right now? From my count, it's like 47 watching right now. How many have liked the video? Guarantee it's less than that. Which mic do we use? I have 2 sets of the Rode mic, Rode Go, or like Rode Mic 2, I think it's called. Rode Wireless Go 2. That's the one. They're really good. I think they use 32 likes. Come on.
Spend a CP for him to fall back, shoot and charge.
Very good.
Please.
Down to 3. Guys, come on, like the video. Yes, 35, 37. Yes, come on. Which mic do you use? Yeah. So it's these ones mainly because they are used everywhere on the internet. Like if you watch any video, you'll notice people are pretty much using this mic, or there's like another one which is similar, but it's slightly more skinny. It's like a rectangle shape instead of a square, and that one's the same thing, but different company. So yeah,
cool. All right, so we're gonna start down this flank here. Everything's going into old mate here. So we'll start with this one in front. Hi, Laz. There's no invisibleness going on. No. So hit you once.
Yes.
Because you are single judged.
Yes.
We do wound you, good sir.
Damn
AP 3.
4 up. No. Do I want to CP that? Yes, I do. We're okay.
Cool. Bolt cannons.
I'm down to 2 left.
Just the one hit. Be a 5. 1 wound. AP 1 damage tool.
Where is that one coming from? Right here?
Same guy.
So I don't get cover. So 2 damage.
Yep.
Down to 12 left.
Got the next one behind. Hi, Laz. Both hit.
Yeah.
3s to wound. 2
Thank
wounds.
you, Brett. That's awesome.
Nice.
Thanks, mate. That's so good. We need 14 remaining. Okay.
2 wounds, my
friend.
friend.
Oh,
yep.
The big guns?
Yep.
Yeah, 1 goes through.
D6. 5 damage.
Down to 7.
Bolt cannons. All 3 hit and 2 sustain, so 2 more go back in.
Yeah.
Strength 6, so 5s, but twin linked. So 3 wounds. AP 1 damage tool.
Down
Another
to
4 damage.
That, plus there's down to 3 left.
3 wounds. All right, we'll go this entire bike squad into old mate.
Okay.
All right, so 1 bike, 2 bike, 3.
Yeah.
4,
I don't know if that reroll was entirely
5,
worth it. I think
6.
I'm probably dead anyway, right? So.
Probably not when all said and done, because technically that land fort can still see, and we've got old guys for a grenade if I needed to, but yeah. Alright, so hitting on 3s. There's definitely enough overkill lined up to deal with him, right?
Yeah.
Strength 7, so 5s. Oh wow, okay.
Wow.
7.
7 at AP1 ignoring cover.
Ignoring cover.
He's dead.
Cool.
Does he go kaboom? Boom. Nope.
He does not. Oh, sad panda.
Goodbye,
right.
Grinder.
So we've already taken a point from the middle as well, because we've got 7 OC there.
Yes.
So the rest of the shooting's kind of going to be a little inconsequential, but we'll do it. So we'll start with this land fort. Doesn't have a choice. Are they both identical? I mean, one's Rodigus, the one's the other one.
Pretty much identical. This one has
Defensive
an extra 2 wounds.
wise, extra 2 wounds. That's the only difference.
Yep.
So we'll just do the dude in front.
Cool.
So this will be just a land fort. Big gun.
Yep.
1 sustain D3.
Okay, never mind. I was going to say if you shoot the other one, then you might get your sustain on 4s, but because you'd be 12 away.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
It's okay.
Appreciate that, though. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Turns out when you just roll 6s to hit, you don't need it, right?
Yep.
T more than 10, I'm going to assume.
13.
So 5s. So there's 3 wounds.
4s. Okay.
Okay, so flat 4.
Feel no pains. Okay.
Cool. Bolt cannons. That's a lot of sustained.
Jeez.
So miss 1 and 3 go in.
Strength.
Strength 6.
Ooh,
So
6.
it's the 6s. Twin linked. So just the 1.
4 up. Yay.
And then Meta.
Of course, I wasn't here when they handed out memberships. Lol. I got you 3 more likes though. Thanks, Proton.
Not a single wound with the Meta.
It doesn't matter if you're here when they hand out memberships. You're already a member, so that's good. Which tournament? Clash of Titans. That's it in Cherrybrook.
So I'll go this land fort here.
Yep.
Everything shooting into. Actually, we'll go to bikes.
Yep. Where did Lone Man fall back to? Oh, right here.
He's over there, yeah. So 4 bikes can only see
The Beast.
the beast.
Yep.
So I'll put those 4 bikes into the beast.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll just roll them. I don't think we need extra buffs there.
Yeah, cool.
1 and 2, 3, 4. Actually, they're not judged at all, are they? Those beasts.
No.
3 CP. What do I need that for? Yep, that's fine. Spend a CP for me
Okay.
to give sustained 2.
Can you do
Actually,
that?
no, it'll be sustained 1 to every gun in the unit. Because you're not judged, it's just sustained 1. If you were judged, it goes to sustained 2.
Still spend?
Forces you to... actually, no, let's leave it.
Cool.
Let's leave it. Let's not spend it. Probably not worth it.
What's to hit sustain?
It's
Not,
really good
not
hit.
spend?
Not sustain, not spend, not spend. Strength 7, so 5s. You're T higher than that, I assume?
T10.
T10. Oh, because he's near.
Near grading clean 1.
4 wounds.
Strength
2 damage
5?
each. Strength 7.
Oh, right. Ooh. 5s. 2 damage each.
2 damage each.
Down to 3 left.
6, and then...
Best bat rep on YouTube. Still watching on a hot
Highlights.
Friday, Saturday night in the UK. Apparently, we're hotter than LA here in the Essex Triangle. No chance. What
3
is it, like
sustains.
12 degrees?
5s. Another 6.
Oh.
Only 1 damage, these ones.
Yeah, 5s. He's dead.
He's dead.
Does
Okay.
he go kaboom? Nope.
He does not. Then that land fart. That land fart.
Land fart.
Actually, if you don't mind, but I probably would have moved. I completely
Yeah, that's
forgot to move
fine.
that. Actually, you didn't control it, so I couldn't.
Yes.
It was just contested.
Yeah.
So,
I did control the middle though.
Can't change the past. That's fine. That's way too far and done.
Right.
Land fort, everything into big fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let it roll. Cool. Big gun. Okay, 1 sustained D3. For an extra 3. Strength 10, so 5s. 2 wounds, good sir.
High up.
That's 4 damage each.
6 ups. Fail them all.
Cool.
Taking 4 more. Yep.
Bolt cannons.
4 in here.
Drop 3, but there's 2 sustained, so I'll put 2 back in. Strength 6, so T12?
T12.
T12.
Oh, T13.
T13, all right. So
Yeah.
still 6s,
Yeah.
so we're twin linked.
Yeah.
So 1 wound,
Yeah.
and then I'll roll the Meta, so it's all the same. Those hit, no sustained, and then 6s. Okay, so 4 altogether.
Okay.
All AP don't care, but 2 damage each.
Okay. And 6s. Okay, he's down to 10.
Cool. If you were, yeah, there's no point tank shocking you there because that just gives you it for free.
Mr. Jake, the Votann player, has come out in support of you. Let's go, Greg.
Way!
By Greg, do you mean Sean? Thanks,
Let's go
Jake.
Greg.
Unless you mean me. My name's not
I
Greg.
can be Greg if you'd like to cheer me on.
The land
There's
fart
no
must have
point
terrible
charging.
gas. Yeah, gas mileage. That is a dad joke.
I get Storm hostile and defend's going to continue to happen. So at this point, good sir, I'm going to pass the turn.
Excellent. I will give you a defend and storm. There's no way I can stop either of those. So you're going to get 4 points for storm, 3 points for defend. I get my 3 points for the extra stuff as well for recover. No uppy downy. We're going to go on to turn 5, the final round of the game.
Calling Greg Sean and Sean Greg. That's okay. He's a lovely enough person that I'm okay with that.
Yeah. You guys just look so similar. I keep calling Gashi Jim and Jim Gashi because they're both bald British men.
Bald, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Bit of a size difference.
Tommy Ben as well.
One's like here, the
Matt.
other one's, yeah.
Yeah, they're all bald British men.
Just call them all Ben. He's so used to it.
It's the same.
It's the running joke in our circle that there's a number of guys that look very similar, and it's just been broadly, slowly expanded to be just all bald British men.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get Storm Hostile and no prisoners.
Cool.
Perfect. Yep, that's good.
Both are very achievable.
Very, very achievable. There's a guy over there who's on a single wound as well, so I can probably just flame him, which would be great. The bikes, even if they up you down, he won't be able to steal my point anyway.
We're both handsome men, but really, this one more than the other one. Yeah. Oh, you can't see the cards in the way. He's done that.
Stubster says, I love your setup, Jack. Thank you.
Gorgeous here, man.
Thank you. Yeah, worked long and hard on it. It's taken some time, but we're here. Was I on 2 CP or on 1? I was on 1, so I'm up to 2. You go up to 4.
4?
Yes, cool. So I am currently leading by 11 points, but that's assuming that I got my 10 primary, so it's very close. How else can I kill pretty much everything I need to kill this turn?
Maximum death.
Let's see what happens. I think that to try and kill this one guy, we're going to try and battle shock him at -1, please. Die!
No.
D3 mortal wounds. 3.
Come on, tank it.
5s. Yes.
Ah, he's dead.
Die. Get out of here. Very good. That's nice. And now the problem is, how do I steal this point? I think this soul grinder is going to move over here.
And run through the wall?
Yeah, well, he's just going to jam his leg into the corner. So I can, like this, jam my little spikes into the corner so I can get his leg here.
Oh yeah, just get the tip. Yeah, cool.
Just the tip, so beautiful. I can get 10 OC on this.
That's all you need.
I don't really care about this back point anyway because it changes nothing.
Yeah, I can't up you down here onto the point as well. So
I will move the back of this Great and Clean one as well. Same thing I did last time. It's going to go over this way. See if I can make a long bomb charge onto the car over here. And then probably what we'll do is move this guy just around over to like over here.
Yep.
There. That way I can still flame this guy. And then I can also go and do everything I need to do over here. And we'll use this Great and Clean one to sit in the middle to deny all the primary that I possibly can.
Lovely.
These Nurglings will also just fly over this way to try and be annoying and kill this little guy just in case he lives. And
I'll try for you, Mac. He says, please pull it out, Sean. Beat Jackson with Votann. I'm glad you added the second part of that sentence, because otherwise that's a very wrong message.
Beat him! Yeah, fair. I think...
It'll come down to whatever secondaries I draw, I think.
Yeah. Do you all just want to start... I think that, honestly, Rodigus is just going to start burning that objective. I was thinking about burning it down here, but then these bikes can up you down here and just land here, and then just shoot me and I die. So that would be a waste of my time. I think he's just going to sit behind the wall anyway. In fact, you have Overwhelming, don't you? So I actually don't need to hold this at the end. So he's going to go all the way back here, just in case you draw Assassinate. It'll make it much harder for you to go and kill something.
Yep.
We'll put it maybe...
That's all valid reasons.
Yeah, put it like over here or something like that. Or even over here, actually. That'll make it really hard for you to get to.
Yes, he verbally said he'd spend the CP Proton, but he didn't manually spend the CP.
I haven't got it there yet.
Yep.
I'm still doing it. I'm down to 1. Yeah, I think that honestly just Rodigus burn in the middle is the best thing that I can do.
Yep.
And then we're just going to do some flaming and shooting and see what happens. I've killed one thing. If I can kill 2 more things, that would be sweet. The game plan is to just try and stop you from holding all the points. That's that. So we'll burn with Rodigus, I think, in the middle, just because I'm auto-seeing stuff anyway. And
because he's 5 and the other dude's
5.
They're 5 each.
10 OC. That Great and Clean one's going to shoot the dude behind the wall over there. So D6 plus 3 shots into him. Oh, he's T5.
T5.
The bikes are T6.
6.
I will make that Great and Clean one. And the Landfort is T12. 12. We're going to make the Landfort T10 with both those Great and Clean ones.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we're going
to
try and bonk him because I'm rank 10 now. Sean looks like my uncle Big Kev. It's uncanny. Kev, mate, good to see you. I didn't realize your name was Kev.
If you subscribe enough, I could be your Uncle Kev.
Kev. Good to meet you. Yeah, thank you, Kev. Hi, good to see you. Okay, so Flamer into the guy behind the wall. Through 5 shots. Go! 3 wounds, AP, 3 ignoring cover.
Damage?
1. Got him!
Got him.
Yeah. All right, and then that Great Unclean will just flame the tank because I'm not tokened, so
He gets
go ahead.
promoted to double judge.
5, 4, 7, 6s, nothing. All right, time for some charges. Great Unclean One over here in the middle is going to try and charge land fort.
Cool.
Big charge! Not big charge.
That's not a big charge.
I will use my last CP to re-roll that. Big! Ah! Am I within 6?
I
Probably
don't
not.
think you are. It looks like a 7, I reckon.
Yeah, that's sad.
Whoa.
That's pretty grim.
Actually,
Am I within 6? No. I rolled a 5. I'm not within 6. There's no way.
oh, you rolled a 5. Oh, then
Yeah,
definitely
no,
not.
no, no,
Definitely not. No.
Oh, you big idiot. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll charge the bikes with the other one.
Cool.
He goes in.
He's in. Yeah.
Yeah, mainly just because I don't want them going uppy downy, and I can honestly just charge them like here.
Yep.
And then just sit to the edge of my rim on the space for the objective as well.
Lovely.
And see if I can bonk them all to death.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
AP on big fella.
That's a great question. I have 0. It is AP 3, and I will probably choose the big hit, which will be AP 3 as well, I believe.
How many attacks are coming at me?
6 attacks big, 3 attacks little. 3s.
I
and
will
that's it.
Armor of Contempt, please.
Okay, so down to 3.
So
Here
let's
we'll
get a 6-up save, and we can potentially
start with the little attacks
them
from the
alive.
blade. Through 2s to hit, 1 lethal. That wasn't good.
damage.
AP 3 goes to AP 2, 2 damage.
2 damage.
One
Killed
is
one.
killed.
Kills the one that's wounded.
Yay! Little big attacks. 6 attacks in on 2s. Ah, and a lethal.
That's fantastic for me.
And then 3s to wound. Don't roll a bunch of 2s, please. Okay, so 3, AP 3.
So this will be 6s.
5 ups for you. No, yes,
Maybe
it
3.
is
Yeah,
6s.
4 up base. So I save 1 and damage.
D6 plus 1 each.
Before you roll, because I've got to allocate. Let's go a 3 wounded base.
5 wounds.
5 wounds. He's dead.
And then
At this point, it doesn't matter. So I'll probably just go a small one.
an extra 3.
An extra 3 wounds. We'll kill the little one. Cool.
Nice. And I don't think I want to leave that objective because you score primary at the end anyway, actually. So I will leave that objective. And I'll just get myself all the way over to this corner.
Tag there.
You're going to be able to do stuff regardless. I can't stop it now.
Yep.
If both Great Unclean Ones are made a charge, then I could maybe kill this and maybe kill these two, but they didn't.
That's fair.
All right, so I'm burning the middle.
Let me just quickly roll.
Oh, and I did have to do one more thing, actually.
Hey, 2 wounds.
Very
On
good.
the bucks because you're double judged at this point.
Take 1, 6s. Okay, he's down to 9 wounds. And then the other thing I needed to
I've
do
got
was
go
this.
gadget arms. I can reach that.
This needs to shoot. It will shoot everything into the unit, the little unit here in the middle from this thing, from my
Oh,
leg.
Soul Grinder?
Yes.
Yep, I'll Armor of Contempt there as well because it's different phases,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
Yep.
of course. Big shots, D6 plus whatever. So 1 plus 1 plus blast. 2 3s, didn't matter anyway. And 2 wounds. AP 1 goes to AP nothing. And you get cover.
And then cover, so this will be 3 ups.
Yep.
Okay.
And then my little gun.
Well, hang on, just you got 10 OC there.
Yep.
11. That'll be 11 OC. I can get onto the point. As
Yeah,
it
and
currently
just be aware,
stands.
I have a very
You've got a battle
nasty
shock.
Overwatch and the Battle Shock.
Yeah.
His
yeah.
Overwatch
Okay.
is 2d6,
So
7
let's.
minus 2.
And I got 2 CP. So let's. What would I need a CP for next turn? Potentially to an auto pass. Got a gross Overwatch. This is a flamer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. We'll take it.
Go!
We'll
2
kill
hits
him,
and 2 wounds.
and I'll kill
AP nothing.
him because I'm losing the point anyway, and it won't
Yep.
matter. So this is why I get a
2 wounds,
void
AP
Overwatch.
nothing, and cover, so 3 ups. Kill one
Kills
more.
one more.
Nice, that's perfect, because now they have to take a Battle Shock anyway.
Yeah, actually, do I want to then CP that? Yeah, let's
CP, you go down to 1.
CP that.
Hey!
It's always the way.
Yes.
You think
Up
too
to-
long. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
I do get my Storm here for an extra 4 points. So putting him up to 25, and then 4 points for no priz, because I killed that one guy and the one guy in the middle, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
You killed your 3.
Only 2, didn't I? The one guy over there, one guy.
Oh yeah, you only killed 2.
So 4 points.
Yes. You didn't
So it
kill a
puts me
third
up to
person.
29.
Cool.
I am burning a point, but we'll see how we go. Bottom of 5. I'm on 1 CP. You're on 2. See what happens.
All right. Overwhelming
Oh, good thing I got off that point.
and containment.
Okay, containment is 6 points. Overwhelming is interesting.
I don't think I can actually kill anyone on a point.
Yeah, it's just Rodriguez on the point. Oh, actually, the grinder is on the point.
So let's go through the battle shock stuff, and then I'll decide whether I want to redraw it.
And
right?
I assume you wanted to uppy downy the bikes because they have.
Yeah, bike's definitely up and
Of
down.
course,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That's fine. Cool. So battle
So where
shock.
do you want me to battle shock?
Because I'm burning the middle, I'm going to battle shock the land fort. Just try and deny as many CP thingies as I can. Yeah.
That's pretty big. That's
Decent
good.
models. 1 changes nothing.
So
but
the models
here's
are
battle
irrelevant, but
shock.
the battle shock is pretty big.
Very
Yep.
good.
Cool.
And then you've got a battle shock there on those little dudes.
Oh, natural battle shock.
Yes.
6. They are also battle
D3,
shocked.
2, they're dead.
So they're dead.
Excellent.
Lovely. Some pretty clutch things for you, my friend. Anything else? I think that's it.
That's it.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So we will redraw overwhelming.
Yep.
So spend a CP to redraw that.
Nice.
Recover assets.
Okay, so lots of actions this turn.
Woo! All right.
Super close.
So
I have 1 command point to my name.
if we just think about this, right? So containment, I can probably just move that land fort and still be on the point and still contain.
Yep.
So that's containment done.
Yep.
I got options here for Saddies to move up and do containment here as well.
Yep.
So that's that done. Recover assets. So if we go for full 3/4, we can do. Oh, he's not battle shock.
The bikes can definitely do
Actually,
the
need
back
to roll
corner.
him. That's a last turn battle shock token for this turn. He is fine.
Yep.
So he is not battle shocked.
Yep. I'm guessing that you'll get 12 secondaries here.
So I can do that there.
Yeah.
We then have warriors here potentially,
Middle.
or another Sagi
Yep.
for the
Anything
middle.
can do the middle, right?
And then the bikes can do your deployment zone.
And you can burn, and you can contain as well. You're gonna need to burn that point.
He won't be able to burn it because he's doing containment, right? But I've
you
got
could
warriors here.
You could do containment on that board edge. Your deployment zone is only here.
Battle line can advance and do actions?
No, only shoot and do an action.
Shoot and do an action and do an action in combat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can get within containment range because they can go to that board edge.
That's true.
Yeah.
So then come over here, contain.
So if you contain here and you contain with them, he can burn. These can recover here. This can recover here, and they can recover over here, and that would be 12. And you get 15 primary as well.
What does that put it to? Have you?
All right, let's math it out. You get 15 primary for holding 2 and burn, so it brings you up to 40. And then 12 secondary points puts you up to 37, like that, which means that you would win. Even if I get my burn, you would win by 3 points.
Whee. Good game, man.
GG, so
Well done.
close. Yeah, really well played. Insane. Yeah, a nice
was a really
score
good
at the
game.
end there of 87 to 84. The clutch, 12 points on the final turn.
And also some pretty key battle shock killing units, because then it wasn't, and this battle shock is also huge. Because
Yeah.
otherwise I just stay there,
And stop me
make
from
room for
burning.
these guys to step over, stops the burn, extra
Yeah,
points
wow,
as well.
I really thought I had you there because I had the hold and the burn and everything.
Mm.
But yeah, even with the secondaries just didn't pan out for me. I had 2 turns where I didn't draw any secondaries, and you getting the big 12 at the end there.
Getting containment is also wonderful,
Yeah.
because that's big 6 and very
Yeah.
easy to do, especially in this deployment.
The secondary game at the end is 29 to 37. So you beat me by 8 points there, and I only beat you by 5 on the primary because I denied. You still get a burn, and I still get a burn at the
You
end.
denied 1 turn of a tenner
Yeah.
on the primary, so you got 5 bucks. Yeah, well done, man.
So
Good game.
close. Well played.
Yeah, Mech, I agree. Go the Votann, the little dwarvy's done it. Yep.
Thanks, Jake. Nice. Well done.
It's a good game, man.
Yeah.
Well done.
I think that's really impressive because I think that my army was probably favoured into yours.
I think, if we're being completely honest, it was the terrain that hurt you the most. The terrain has defeated you, not necessarily me, right? If this was GW layout, whole different ballpark.
Yeah.
Like then I'm forced to deal with them, or at least one or two of them, right?
Yeah, 100%.
The WTC limiting your movement
Yeah.
was just 100% favoured to me.
Proton says there are way too many units alive. Yeah, well, we played a cagey game. You didn't need to kill stuff.
You don't need to yeet everything forward. You keep your assets alive because that's what scores points.
Yeah, 100%.
And taking out your assets made it a huge change because that way you had to use the big guys to go try and score the big points, right? So.
All right. Well, before we go and do everything else, because I need to jet.
You've got concert tickets to go to.
I know, it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be great.
Say, chat, thank you. A massive thank you to Sean for being here. Well played, sir.
Thank you, mate.
You're welcome
Absolute
back
pleasure.
anytime.
Yep.
Yes, you presented excellently, so amazing stuff. Chat, say your final comments and questions. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff as well.
Did we hit the goal? The membership goal?
We didn't.
We
were like 14 away or something.
14. Come on, guys. Last few minutes. Do it for the Votann.
Yeah, he won. Come
14
on.
14 left.
It'd be great. Consolidation for me losing. Thank you. If you want to, definitely go check out the Patreon. We have coaching. We have a guide. We have a member chat as well in the Discord. It's really good. I'm biased obviously, but you can ask everyone in the Discord, which is free to join as well. Go and see what it's like. Ask them if they think it's worth it. Feel free. It's all your choice. We have TTS events here. The signups for the next month are out already, so you can definitely go check it out. Don't forget to go get some stuff from R&R as well. 5% off additional stuff over there. Really good stuff. We have a website. Cool, thank you. The terrain is from from Snot Goblin. The base plates are from Tip Top Terrain, and the mats are from Deploy Mats. Honestly, you can't play without one. Like once you get one, they're just
got the
so
deployment
good.
zones there already.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have commission painting stuff as well from my lovely partner Adela. Definitely go check that out. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. Good game, says Mosh. Nice. I'm gonna jet now. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next Tuesday. It's gonna be in the morning, so another stream at this time with Kirby. He's probably
if you love a good pun and bad dad jokes, Kirby's your man.
Yeah, he'll probably destroy me as well.
He's a good player.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.